Starter Unit. Learning to listen. Task 2. We listen for many reasons. For example, we sometimes listen to get the gist of what we are hearing. That means we try to understand in general what is being talked about. Listen and number the pictures 1 through 4. Then listen again. What are the people talking about? Circle the correct answer for each. 1.
37,000 fans came out to the park Thursday to see the Knights crush the Blazers 12-1. It was the third largest crowd for a Knights game this year. The scoring began in the first inning when Knights first baseman Rich Damien hit a 500-foot home run over the center field fence, scoring the final times of the game.
2. Hello?
Hello, Arlene. It's Bridget.
Bridget, hi. I was just about to call you about Friday. Are we still going to that new place on 3rd Street?
You mean Farrell's? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. My sister had dinner there last week, and she said it was the best meal she's ever had.
3.
So, Todd, it says here you went to Hunter. How was that?
Oh, it was great. It's definitely the place to go to study business.
Yes, a lot of our employees got their degrees at Hunter. What did you think of their business program?
I thought it was the best. I'm really proud to be a Hunter graduate.
4.
Hey, Dave. I heard you got tickets to the show on Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait. Geiger is one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, mine too. And their live shows are great. No one plays guitar like Steve Geiger.
Task 3. Sometimes we listen to get the main idea of what is being said, and sometimes we listen for key details. Listen to the conversations and check the main idea for each one. Then listen again and fill in the correct details. 1.
Carol, have you seen today's newspaper?
It's right here. I'm just reading the want ads.
Oh, are you thinking about changing jobs?
Yeah, but I'm not sure what kind of job I want.
Well, what did you study in college?
Spanish.
Well, maybe you could get a job as a language teacher.
2.
Look what we got in the mail today, Evelyn.
What is it? An invitation?
A wedding invitation from Adam.
What? I can't imagine Adam with a wife. How old is he? 50?
52, and he's lived alone since he was 17.
3.
Is that your car out front, Keiko?
No, it's my father's. I don't have a car anymore.
What do you mean? What happened to that white Ford you used to drive?
Oh, that's my brother's car now.
You gave it to him?
No, he bought it for $200. 4.
Jim, don't forget we're going to that party at the Carlyles tomorrow night.
What's tomorrow? Friday?
That's right. You're not working, are you?
Actually, I am. And I don't finish until 10 o'clock.
Well, the Carlyles party starts at 7.
Well then, you'd better call and tell them we won't be there.
5.
Andrea, haven't you left yet? The school bus gets here in 5 minutes.
I just came back to get my wallet, but now I can't find it anywhere. Can you help me look for it?
Did you check your jacket pocket?
Yeah, it's not there.
Task 4. In real life, people don't just listen. They listen and do something, such as deciding what to wear after hearing a weather report. In this task, you are listening to 3 people and making a decision based on what you hear. 3 people are talking about the methods they use to improve their listening skills. Listen and fill in the blanks. Then listen again and check your answers. Which methods are you going to use to improve your listening skills? Write them down and share with a partner.
Welcome to English class, everyone. My name is Jillian, and I'm your teacher. This is a class on listening, so the first thing I want to do is hear some of the methods you use to practice your listening skills. What's your name, please?
Gloria.
Hi, Gloria. Do you have any advice for your classmates on how to improve your listening skills?
Well, I really like music, so I listen to a lot of English songs. I try to understand the words, and sometimes I even learn how to sing them.
That's great. Anything else, Gloria?
I also spend time watching movies. I like to learn new English words, and Hollywood movies have a lot of slang expressions.
That's another good method. Someone else? Yes?
My name's Francisco. One of the things I do is listen to books on tape. I like to listen and read the book at the same time. It really helps my pronunciation.
That's a good idea. Are there any other things you do, Francisco?
Well, another is just to walk up to English speakers and start a conversation. I leave them alone if they don't want to talk, but most people don't mind chatting for a few minutes.
All right. Are there any other ideas? Yes?
Hi, I'm Min-hee. I've got all kinds of listening tests that I use to practice. I listen to the tape, take the test, and then check my answers in the back of the test book.
Okay. Taking tests is another way to practice. Do you use any other methods, Min-hee?
Let me think. Oh, I also listen to the news in English on the radio. At first it was really difficult, but after a while I started hearing more words that I knew.
That's a good method, too. Okay, let's hear from some other people. How about you?
Task 5. Listening sometimes means focusing not just on what people say, but also the way they say it. This means paying attention to pronunciation, stress, sentence rhythm, and intonation. In this task, you are listening for the speaker's intonation. Listen to the examples. In which one is the speaker surprised? Circle the correct answer. Then listen and decide if the people are stating a fact or expressing surprise. Circle F for fact or S for surprise. Listen again and practice. Example 1.
She's the boss.
Example 2.
She's the boss?
1.
She's your teacher?
2.
I'm her student.
3.
It can't be mine.
4.
He's not listening.
5.
We're leaving tonight?
6.
Oh no, it's already 10 to 3.
Task 6. In real life, people typically respond to what they hear. In this task, you are listening to questions and deciding on your own response. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you like studying English?
2.
What do you think is the most important skill in English?
3.
What makes it difficult to understand English speakers?
Talking about ways of practicing listening. Sample dialogue.
Do you ever listen to music in English?
Yes, I like to listen to American rock music.
What's your favorite group?
I really like a band called Radiohead. How about you?
I don't really listen to much music. I prefer movies.
What's your favorite movie in English?
My favorite movies are Titanic and Gladiator.
Useful expressions.
How many hours do you spend studying outside of class?
I try to practice listening for about an hour every night.
How much do you understand when you listen in English?
I guess about 50 or 60%.
Which is harder for you, listening or speaking?
They're both hard, but I think listening is a little harder.
In focus. Why study English? English is widely known as the language of international trade, but doing business isn't the only reason to learn the language. There are probably almost as many reasons to study English as there are people who want to learn it. Some people study English to help them get a good job. Others are preparing to travel to English-speaking countries. What's the main reason that you're studying English?
I'm studying to pass my entrance exam for college.
I work at a hotel, so I have to speak English to our guests.
I just want to understand more of the dialogue in Hollywood movies.
Unit 1. Pleased to meet you. Task 2. Listen. How many voices do you hear? Circle a number. Then listen again and check the names you hear.
You're Mia Yoon, aren't you?
And then I said to Joan, you know Joan, don't you?
I'd like you to meet my sister, Li Wen.
Pleased to meet you, Enrique.
I'm John Lowe.
Did you say Tina? Task 3. Listen and check the names that have 2 syllables. Then listen again and practice.
Allison.
Paul.
Karen,
Yumiko,
Gina,
Sulinko,
Sarah,
Tony,
David.
Alan.
Task 4. Listen to the conversation between Leanne and John. Write the names of the people they decide to invite to their party. Then listen again and check your answers.
Hello, Low Residence. John speaking.
Hi, John. It's Leanne.
Oh, hey, Leanne. How are things? You must be busy planning the party.
Actually, that's what I'm calling about, John. Since you hosted last year's party, I was hoping you could help me with the guest list. I'm just writing down some names right now.
Sure, no problem. Tell me, who have you got so far?
Well, you and your wife, of course. It's Tina, right?
Yep.
And Alan from the office. It's Alan Walker, isn't it? Walker.
That's right. And what about Kathy Chan? She's the new accountant in finance.
I don't think I've met her. Is that Kathy with a K?
No, it's Cathy. And her last name's Chan. And don't forget, Mike Perez. He's dying to meet Kathy.
Really? Well, that's interesting. Perez, Perez. Oh, and I'd better invite my neighbor, Yumiko.
Yuriko? How do you spell that?
No, it's Yumiko. Yumiko. Haven't you met her? Her last name's Sato. Sato, I think. She lives across the hall.
All right. Who else? Hey, how about your neighbor?
Task 5. Read the names. Then look at the picture and listen to the conversations. Number the people in the picture 1 through 6. Then listen again and check your answers.
Excuse me, are you Paul King?
No, I'm not. I'm John Lowe.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm Yumiko Sato. I'm a friend of Leanne's, but I don't know many people here.
Pleased to meet you, Yumiko. I don't see Paul around here, but that's my wife, Tina, in red, over on the sofa. Come on, I'll introduce you to her and a few other people.
Oh, that would be great. By the way, I really like your apartment. Purple is my favorite color.
Great party, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Hey, have we met? I'm Kathy Chan.
Oh, so you're Kathy. John Lowe mentioned you. I'm Mike Perez.
Oh, are you friends with John?
Yeah, he told me you were a good tennis player, so I was hoping we could arrange to play.
Sure, that would be great. By the way, have you two met? Mike, this is Alan Walker.
Nice to meet you, Alan.
Actually, I think we met last year at John's party. You're a photographer, right? Well, that's really interesting, you see.
Task 6. Match each statement or question with the best response. Then listen and check your answers. 1,
Hello, Leanne.
Hi, Tony.
2,
This is Alan Walker.
Nice to meet you, Alan.
3,
Are you Paul King?
No, I'm John Lowe.
4.
I'm Kathy Chan.
Hi, I'm Mike Perez.
Task 7. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1,
Are you a student?
2,
Is your name John?
3,
Are you studying English?
4,
Are you Yumiko?
5,
Is your last name Lee?
6.
Do you like parties?
Making introductions. Sample dialogue.
Hi, my name's Tony Kim.
Pleased to meet you, Tony. I'm Yumiko Sato.
Sorry, your name is Yumiko. How do you spell that?
It's Yumiko, and my last name is Sato, Sato.
Nice to meet you, Yumiko. Are you a friend of John's?
No, I'm a friend of Leanne's.
Useful expressions.
How do you do, Wendy?
Excuse me, are you Paul King?
No, I'm John Lowe.
Do you know Kathy Chan?
Are you a student?
Are you from Japan?
In focus. Questions for a first meeting. It's not unusual to ask questions to find out about someone when meeting for the first time. In some countries, there are certain questions that you shouldn't ask because they might make the person uncomfortable. In your country, what types of questions are okay to ask on first meeting someone? What types of questions are not okay?
In Korea, it's okay to ask someone's age, so you know whether to use formal language.
In Canada, it's not okay to ask someone's age because some people don't like to say how old they are.
In Mexico, it's not okay to ask about someone's religion because some people think it's too personal.
Unit 2. This is my family. Task 2. Listen. How is the speaker related to each person? Circle the correct answer. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
John is our only boy. He has 3 sisters.
2.
That's Darren. He's my mother's brother.
3.
Her name's Sarah. She's my son Mario's daughter.
4.
Lily's father and my father are brothers.
5.
Rob is my sister Bonnie's son.
Task 3. Listen. You will hear 4 people talking about their families. Number the pictures 1 through 4 in the order you hear them described. Then listen again. How many people can you identify? Label each photo with the correct names. 1.
Here we are at my son's house.
Is that your wife?
Yeah, that's Sherry. And
That must be your granddaughter. She's so cute. I think you said her name's Erin, right?
yeah, E-R-I-N. Same as my son's name, but spelt differently.
2.
Oh, here's me, my sister Nicole, and her friend Leslie.
Is that you on the right, Ellen?
That's me. What do you think of that ugly green jacket?
Pretty bad. Let's see. I'll bet that's your sister in the middle.
No, that's Leslie. Nicole's on the left.
3.
Here's a photo of my brother Richard.
The one in the brown jacket?
No, the other one, on the left. The one on the right is our cousin Doug.
Wow, he looks more like your brother than you do.
Yeah, everyone says that.
4.
Hey, who are the people in this photo?
Oh, that's my family about 10 years ago. That's me in the blue and white hat.
What a cute little girl you were. So that's your father, huh? He looks kind of familiar. Didn't he work
Yeah, they were both on TV for a while. My father is Michael James.
And your mother is Jody James. I used to watch that show. I didn't know those were your parents.
Yeah, well, they're not actors anymore. My sister is, though. That's her on the left, next to my mother.
Really? What's your sister's name?
Claire.
Task 4. Listen. Is the final sound of each word s or z? Write each word next to the correct sound. Then listen again and check your answers. Practice saying the words. 1.
Are they your sisters?
2.
My cousins are coming to stay.
3.
I have 3 aunts.
4.
Are you guys students?
5.
Do you have any brothers?
6.
These are my 2 sons.
7.
My parents would like to meet you.
8.
They look like grandmothers.
9.
Will Jill and Sarah's husbands be at the party?
10.
Are you both teachers?
Task 5. Listen to Naomi. Read the statements and circle true or false. Then listen again and complete the family tree.
Hey, Naomi, who are the people in this photo?
Oh, that's my homestay family. I'm going to Japan for a year on an exchange program, and those are the people I'm living with.
Wow, it's a pretty big family. Are they going to have room for you?
I sure hope so. Those are the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ono. Their daughters' names are Setsuko and Noriko, and their son's name is Ichiro.
Is that Ichiro there?
No, that's Setsuko's husband, Kazuo. They were just married. Ichiro's the one in front.
Good-looking guy. He's not married?
No, Noriko's not married either. But Setsuko and Kazuo are moving into their own house about a month after I arrive, so it won't be as crowded as it looks. I'm leaving for Osaka in about a month.
Well, have a great time.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1,
Are you married?
2,
Do you have any brothers?
3,
Are you an uncle?
4,
Do you have a daughter?
5,
Have you met all of your cousins?
6.
Do your grandparents live with you?
Talking about your family. Sample dialogue.
Here are my mother and father, and down here are my sisters and me.
Are you the oldest?
No, both of my sisters are older. Caitlin is 25, and Vanessa is 22.
So these are their husbands.
Yes, Caitlin is married to Steve, and that's their son Jamie.
What about Vanessa?
Vanessa is married, but she and her husband don't have any children yet.
Useful expressions.
How many people are there in your family?
Is this your brother's wife?
What's your nephew's name?
Are you the oldest or the youngest?
I'm the middle child.
I have one older brother and 2 younger sisters.
In focus. Celebrity families. Royal families around the world hold a great fascination for the public, perhaps because they represent the style and elegance of a bygone era. These days, celebrity families like the members of corporate dynasties, the families of movie stars, and even TV families such as The Simpsons are the focus of intense media attention. Who are some famous families in your country? Can you name all of the members and explain the relationships between them? Former U.S. President John F. Kennedy's parents' names were Joseph and Rose. His wife's name was Jacqueline, and his children were Caroline, John Jr., and Patrick.
Britain's Prince William and his younger brother Prince Henry, whose nickname is Harry, are the sons of Charles, Prince of Wales, and the late Diana Spencer, Princess of Wales.
Unit 3. He's the one in the blue shirt. Task 2. Listen. You will hear a conversation about 5 people. Look at the picture and draw lines from the names to the correct people. Then listen again and check your answers.
Okay, Charlotte, I'll introduce you to everyone in a few minutes. But first I need to find out how many of the people here you already know.
Well, I know Mr. Markham, the managing director. He's the man in the brown suit with the gray hair and mustache.
That's him, but he prefers to be called Charles.
Charles Markham, okay. And Cindy Carlyle is the tall woman with the green jacket and long black hair.
Yes, she's the personnel manager. What about the person behind her?
You mean the woman with short blonde hair? Her name is, Elaine Nolan. She's the accountant.
Good. Is there anyone you don't know?
Let's see. I don't think I know the young guy over there.
Who? The one with short brown hair wearing the blue shirt?
No, I know him. That's Tony Tan, right?
Oh, I know who you mean. The guy standing next to him in the yellow shirt. That's Alan Watts, the PR guy.
And who's that?
Oh, sorry. It looks like they're ready for our presentation. Just follow along and you can pick up the rest as we go.
Task 3. Listen to short descriptions of each of the people in Task 2 and number the names 1 through 5. Then listen again and check your answers. 1,
He's the one with the red tie.
2,
That's her with the brown briefcase.
3,
He's wearing glasses and a brown suit.
4,
She's the one wearing red pants.
5.
He's the one who's not wearing a tie.
Task 4. Listen. Who are the people describing? Number the pictures 1 through 5. What is the relationship of each person to the speaker? Listen again and circle the correct answers. 1.
Is that your dad?
Who do you mean?
You know, the short middle-aged man with the brown hair and the yellow shirt next to your mother?
No. That's her brother.
2.
Don't you know her?
I'm not sure. What does she look like?
Well, she's tall with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Is she older than you?
No, she's 2 years younger than me.
3.
Hey, who's that girl with the long brown hair?
Long brown hair. Oh, that's Susan.
Does she have a boyfriend?
No, not right now. You want to meet her?
4.
That's my mom over there, the one with the short gray hair.
Oh, is your father here too?
No, he isn't.
5.
Is that Tony, the one with the short black hair?
Yeah, that's him.
He looks just like you.
Yeah, when we were young, everybody thought we were twins.
Task 5. Is it a question or a statement? Listen to the examples. Then listen and circle the correct answer. Listen again and practice. Example 1.
He's the managing director.
Example 2.
He's the managing director.
1.
He's from Singapore.
2.
She has blue eyes.
3.
He's from San Francisco.
4.
He has brown eyes.
5.
They work for the same company.
6.
They're sisters.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Are you tall?
2.
Do you have long hair?
3.
Is your hair blonde?
4.
Are you wearing glasses?
5.
Do you have brown eyes?
6.
Are you growing a beard?
Describing someone's appearance. Sample dialogue.
The person I'm describing has brown hair and blue eyes.
Is the person's hair long or short?
Not too long. I guess you'd say it's shoulder length.
Is the person tall or short?
I'd say average height, but the person is a bit heavy-set.
Is the person wearing glasses?
No, but he's wearing blue jeans and a brown shirt.
Useful expressions.
What is he wearing?
Would you say he's middle-aged?
What color is her hair?
Does he have a mustache or beard?
Is she holding a purse?
What color shirt is he wearing?
You mean the young blonde guy over there?
In focus. The ideal look. Different cultures have different ideals of beauty for both women and men. In many parts of the world, thin is in, whereas people in other parts of the world prefer a more full-bodied appearance. What physical characteristics define the ideal man and woman in your country? Name some of the people who fit this description.
To me, Chinese actress Gong Li is perfect because she's beautiful and smart.
The things that make Brad Pitt so sexy are his blue eyes and great smile.
Some people think supermodels are perfect, but I think they're too thin.
Unit 4. Do you like rock? Task 2. Listen to each conversation and check the CD Mick and Marcia talk about. Then listen again. Does Marcia like or dislike each CD? Circle the correct picture. 1.
Wow, Mick, you've got a ton of CDs. I don't even know some of these people.
Really? I'll play a few things for you. What do you think of this one?
I don't know.
Not crazy about it, huh?
Sorry, I just don't like classical music all that much.
Actually, it's from an opera by Richard Wagner.
Well, I still don't like it.
2.
How about this one?
Oh man, who is that?
It's this group called Too Bad. The CD's called Hardwired.
Please turn it off. I can't stand it.
3.
Well, give this one a try. I think you'll like it.
Not bad. Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
You mean you like it?
Actually, yeah, it's good. That's Lee Zane, right?
Yeah, it's from her new album, Zoom to You.
4.
And what about this one?
Oh, I know this. Edgar Oates, isn't it?
Close. It's Big Eddie Rhodes.
Oh, yeah. Take it easy. Easy does it?
Speakeasy. So, what do you think?
I love it.
Task 3. Listen to the example. Then listen and circle the word that is stressed in each sentence. Listen again and practice. Example.
You said you like classic rock.
I like classical.
1.
You like rock, right?
No, it's jazz that I like.
2.
So, what do you think?
I like it.
3.
Do you like pop music?
No, but my girlfriend does.
4.
Why don't you like classical music?
Classical music? I can't stand it.
5.
How do you feel about jazz?
It's okay, but I prefer rock.
Task 4. Listen to the conversation about the big audio awards. Which singers are nominated for Best New Artist? Check the names. Then listen again. Which singers does Randy like? Circle them.
Hey, Randy, the nominations for the big audio awards are out. The list is in today's newspaper.
Oh, man. They never get those awards right. I'll bet Jenny Hernandez didn't even get nominated for Best New Artist. I love her songs.
Actually, she's nominated. But can you believe they didn't nominate Lil Stevie?
You're kidding. He definitely deserves the award. His CD is great. What about Tommy Devlin? He's really good, too.
Not nominated. But get this. They nominated Kelly King.
What? I can't stand her music.
Yeah, and Aki Matsumura got nominated, too.
I don't really like her songs either. Who else got nominated?
Well, Birmingham's Barracudas, and then that...
Task 5. Listen to the radio broadcast. What does the DJ talk about? Check the correct answer. Then listen again. Fill in the blanks with information from the box.
Hi there. Scooby Schumann here with KROK Radio Entertainment News. This year's big audio awards were handed out tonight in New York City, and for once, the show produced a few surprises. Many of the winners won for the first time, and some were virtually unknown. Best Song went to newcomer Kelly King for her bouncy pop hit, Love Me Silly. Rock music was honored in the Best Album category as the Glory Hounds won the award for their debut CD, Rough and Smooth. The Glory Hounds also performed some of their best-known rock hits on the show. Best Video went to the rap trio Most Wanted for their chart-topping hit, Street Fight. The video was directed by Lonnie Singleton. Not surprisingly, the most popular soundtrack came from the blockbuster movie The Other Side of Five. Jazz legend Sam White won his 4th big audio award for that album.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you like rap?
2.
What do you think of dance music?
3.
Which do you prefer, rock or pop?
4.
How many different kinds of music do you like?
5.
What do you think of Madonna?
6.
Do you ever listen to classical music?
Talking about music preferences. Sample dialogue.
Hey, Jeff, do you like U2?
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
What's your favorite song?
Let me think. I really like Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
Oh, really? I prefer I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For.
Useful expressions.
Who's your favorite singer?
What kind of music do you like?
I really like jazz.
Me too. What do you think of Miles Davis?
How do you feel about rap?
I don't mind it, but I prefer rock.
In focus. Music legends. Many musicians worldwide have earned awards for their career accomplishments. In the United States, winners of the Grammy Award for Lifetime Achievement include pop star John Lennon, opera singer Enrico Caruso, and jazz great Ella Fitzgerald. Which musical performers in your country deserve awards for lifetime achievement? Give reasons.
Cho Yong-pil is the biggest star in Korea. He started singing about 40 years ago.
Everyone knows the Beatles. They're the most famous group ever.
Antonio Carlos Jobim was Brazil's greatest jazz composer. Musicians still play his songs today.
Unit 5. It's a really interesting place. Task 2. Listen to the conversations and number the pictures 1 through 3. Where does each person work now? Listen again and match the names to the cities. 1.
Hi, I'm Alan Stockdale, New York office. We met at last year's sales conference.
Oh, that's right. I'm John Lee.
Last time we talked, you were moving to Jakarta.
Yeah, I was there for about 6 months.
Oh, so you're back home now?
Back in Hong Kong. Actually, I just got promoted.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations, John.
2.
Greta, this is Chanabun.
Oh, hi. We met yesterday. You look like you're getting ready to leave.
Yes, I have to be in Bangkok by 3.
You're still working at the Bangkok office, Chanabun?
That's right. Where are you now, Kelvin?
Taipei. I took over for Greta when she moved to the Singapore branch.
Actually, I'll be visiting Bangkok in June.
Great. Give me a call when you arrive.
3.
It's good to see you again, Pam.
You too, Mark. So what do you think of Shanghai?
I like it here, but I'll be glad to get back to San Francisco.
How are things going there? Is the new office up and running?
All set up. What's happening in Singapore?
Oh, you didn't hear? I'm working in Jakarta now.
Task 3. Listen. Which of the underlined sounds are the same? Join the words with a line. Then listen again and practice. 1.
Malaysian.
2.
Asian.
3.
Chinese.
4.
Brazilian.
5.
Egyptian.
6.
Russian.
Task 4. Listen and check the places you hear. Then listen again. How does Dave describe each city? Match each adjective with the correct city.
Great sales conference.
Yeah, and Chicago's a good place for it, isn't it?
Uh-huh. By the way, Dave, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you've heard, but I'm being transferred to Asia from the New York office.
Right, and they're letting you choose which city, aren't they?
Yeah. The only problem is that I don't know much about Asia. You've worked in all our offices in Asia. Could you give me some advice?
Sure, no problem. Well, I think I told you I started out in Bangkok.
What was that like?
Really interesting. I was studying Buddhism at the time, so it was great. There are some amazing temples in Bangkok. It's not very expensive to live there either.
Have you ever lived in Tokyo?
Oh, sure. I loved it there. It's a really exciting place to live and very modern. You've got to see the Ginza in downtown Tokyo.
What about Seoul? You work there too, right?
Uh-huh. Seoul's a really big city, but I always felt safe there, even late at night. I sometimes went to this all-night market called Namdaemun.
And Singapore?
Well, Singapore isn't very big, but it's very convenient to get around.
I've heard it's also very clean.
Yeah, it's very clean, and the restaurants are great.
It's not going to be easy to decide. They all sound great.
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
You're from Japan, aren't you?
2.
Did you say you're from Taiwan?
3.
Is your name Chang?
4.
Are you Korean?
5.
Do you live in Tokyo?
6.
Are you Asian?
Describing what places are like. Sample dialogue.
Which city do you most want to visit?
I really want to see Paris.
Oh, yeah? Why do you want to go there?
Well, it seems like a really exciting place.
What would you like to do there?
I'd love to visit the Eiffel Tower and go to the Louvre. I've heard Paris is pretty expensive, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure you'd enjoy it.
Useful expressions.
What's Tokyo like?
It's very big and modern.
Have you ever been to Hong Kong?
Yes, it's an interesting city, but very crowded.
Is Los Angeles a safe place to live?
What is there to see and do there?
In focus, world-class cities. Cities around the world compete to hold prestigious international events like the Olympic Games and the Soccer World Cup. Many people think that hosting such an event gives a city world-class status. How would you describe the city where you live? Would people outside your country consider it a world-class city? Why or why not?
Montreal is a really exciting city. Sometimes it's a bit noisy, though.
I think Bangkok is a world-class city, but it's also very crowded.
My hometown is quite small, but it's a beautiful place to live. Review, Units 1 through 5. Task 1. Listen and circle the names you hear. Then listen again and number the pictures 1 through 4. One picture is extra. 1.
Are you Jane Lee?
No, I'm not. I'm Jenny Lee. Jane's my sister. There she is over there.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
2.
Hi, this is Rick. I'm not available right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.
3.
It's Tina, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, Tina. First of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
4.
Tennis ace Mike Chin meets three-time Asia-Pacific Cup winner Nick Biltmore in the final of the All-Star Cup at Riverside Stadium tonight.
Task 2. Anne is identifying some people at a party. Match the names to the relationship words. Then listen again. Match the relationship words to the descriptions.
Oh my, look at all the people. Anne, you said this would be a small party. You know how nervous I get when I have to meet a lot of people.
Sorry, Walter, I had no idea. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll point out some of the people here, and that'll make it easier when you meet them.
Yeah, that would help.
Okay, let me see. All right, do you see the tall guy over there by the window?
I see him.
That's my brother Harry.
All right, and who's that next to him?
Do you mean the woman in the red shirt?
Yeah.
That's my Aunt Judy. Oh, and do you see the man behind her?
The one wearing glasses?
No, he's kind of heavy-set.
Got him.
That's my cousin Lyle. He's really funny.
Okay. And is the woman wearing glasses your grandmother?
Yeah, she's the one I'm named after. Her name's Anne, too.
Okay. And where's your father?
He's the man with the beard right over there.
Do I call him Dr. Mills?
No, just call him Kevin. Everyone does.
Task 3. Listen to the radio broadcast and complete the chart. Then listen again and check your answers.
I'm Jill Spencer, and you're listening to Music Radio WQRT. Before we get back to this week's American Top 40, let's take a look at the top songs in other parts of the world. The number one song this week in England is Love Letter by the all-girl group known as Fourfold. Number one in Ireland for the third week in a row is Strength in Numbers. That's the debut hit from Irish-born rockers Yellow Jacket. North of the border, Canada's number one song is Fired Up by Kenny Isaacs. That's the second number one in a row for Isaacs. And finally, topping the charts this week in Australia is What's the Word by the Blazers.
Task 4. Listen and circle the best answer. Then listen again. Circle the words Jiro uses to describe each city.
Hey, Emily. Long time no see.
Hey, Jiro, how long has it been? A year?
At least, I was in Canada for a year.
Really? Were you studying English?
Most of the time. I also traveled a lot.
Sounds great. I've never been to Canada. What cities did you visit?
Oh, Vancouver, Toronto,
You really got around. I've heard Vancouver is an exciting place.
Yeah, it is exciting. I had a lot of fun. It's kind of expensive, though.
How about Toronto? What did you do there?
You know, shopping, sightseeing. It's a really big place. Oh, and I went to the top of the CN Tower.
What about the nightlife?
Well, it's pretty quiet, but I still had a good time. Banff was nice too.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the scenery is amazing.
Yeah, Banff is really beautiful, and the skiing is great.
It's not a very big place, though, is it?
No, it's very small. Still, of the places I visited, Banff was my favorite.
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1,
How's it going?
2,
How many sisters do you have?
3,
How would you describe yourself?
4,
How do you feel about rap music?
5.
What's the nightlife like in your city?
Unit 6. This is where I live. Task 2. Read the statements. Listen and circle true or false. Then listen again and check Haruko's favorite room.
Are these pictures of your new apartment, Haruko?
Yeah, I took them to send to my parents.
Looks great.
Thanks. This is the living room.
Big for Tokyo. And a nice view of the river.
Yeah, and this is the study. This is my favorite room.
Oh, it looks really comfortable.
Yeah, this is where I spend most of my time when I'm at home. My computer, TV, and stereo are in here.
Well, I'm glad everything worked out for you after you had all that trouble finding a place.
Thanks.
Task 3. Listen to the real estate ads. Are they for houses or apartments? Are the places for sale or for rent? Circle the correct answers. Then listen again and check your answers. 1,
Brand new listing, and it's our pick of the week. This 10th floor unit has 3 large bedrooms and lots of closet space. A balcony with a view of the ocean is perfect for growing plants. The monthly rent is only $1,000.
2,
The best. It has 3 bedrooms and a good-sized yard, perfect for families with children and pets. And it's close to shops and schools. This place is priced to sell, so go on. Grab this great opportunity by phoning 36.
3,
Beautiful, and this luxury 33rd floor of penthouse overlooks the entire city. Sure, it's expensive, but then it's not for everyone. Interested buyers should take this information down and call 555.
Task 4. Listen to the dialogue and check the correct answer. Then listen again and check the correct apartment.
Midtown Home Search.
Oh, yes, hi. This is Kelly Lamb. I'm calling about the apartment for rent.
Which one?
Oh, the one on Bonham Road. I spoke to you yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That one's not available anymore.
Oh, no.
But I have another one if you're interested.
Oh, in the same neighborhood?
Uh-huh. And it's very similar to the one on Bonham Road.
Can you tell me about it?
Well, it's got a good-sized living room, like the one on Bonham, along with a kitchen and dining area.
Is there a balcony off the living room?
Sorry, that's about the only difference between this one and the Bonham Road apartment. There's no balcony.
But it's got 2 bedrooms.
Oh, yeah, one with its own bathroom and, let me see, there's a second bathroom and even a study.
Sounds great. When can I see it?
If you want, we can go over there right now. It's just on Market Street, about 10 minutes from the university.
Task 5. Listen and underline the words with the same sound as v in there. Circle the words with the same sound as th in 3. Then add at least 2 other words to each list and practice.
There are 3 apartments in the paper for rent. They said we can find our way with this map. Are these the things we need for the apartment?
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1,
Would you rather live in a house or an apartment?
2,
Does your home have a balcony?
3,
Do you like where you live?
4,
Do you own or rent your home?
5,
Is there a bathroom next to your bedroom?
6.
Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Describing an apartment. Sample dialogue.
How many rooms does the apartment have?
6. There are 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, and a kitchen.
What furnishings are there in the living room?
It has a sofa, an armchair, and a bookcase.
Does the living room have a TV?
No, but there's one in each bedroom. The living room also has a balcony overlooking the city.
Useful expressions.
Does the apartment come with a washer and dryer?
Do both bathrooms have showers?
How much is the monthly rent?
It's $650 a month plus utilities.
What floor is the apartment on?
In focus. Home sweet home. In many parts of the world, it's a custom to hold a housewarming party shortly after you move into a new home. Party guests typically bring gifts for the person holding the party and are treated to a meal and a tour of the new home. According to tradition, the friendship of the guests warms the house, making the new occupants feel even more comfortable in their new home. What are the customs associated with finding or moving into a new home in your country? New homeowners in my country sometimes ask a priest to hold a ceremony to bless their house.
Kitchenware or bottles of wine are among the most common housewarming gifts in my country.
It's important to make sure the house has the proper feng shui, or harmony between various elements like doorways and staircases.
Unit 7. It's on the 3rd floor. Task 2. Complete the sentences with in, on, next to, or between. Then listen and check your answers.
I'm looking for menswear.
Menswear is on the 2nd floor.
The 2nd floor. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me where I can find CD players?
CD players, they're in electrical goods.
And where's that?
On the 3rd floor, next to furniture.
I'm looking for tennis rackets. Where can I find them?
Tennis rackets? They're in the sporting goods department.
And that's on the...
It's on the 2nd floor, between the restaurant and the escalator.
On the 2nd... Okay, thank you.
Task 3. Listen to the elevator announcements. Write the correct floor number for each picture. Then listen again and complete the lists below each picture. 1.
3rd floor. Sporting goods. Tracksuits, tennis rackets, soccer balls, rollerblades, and golf clubs.
2.
7th floor. Women's wear. Skirts, shorts, shoes, dresses, and hats.
3.
2nd floor. Electronic goods. TVs, VCRs, stereos, microwaves, and MD players.
4.
5th floor. Furniture. Sofas, tables, chairs, beds, and desks.
Task 4. Listen and circle the number you hear. Then listen again and practice. 1.
I'm looking for the restaurant.
Oh, you're on the wrong floor. You need to go up to the 7th floor. It's next to the furniture department.
Thanks.
2.
Where's the menswear department?
Menswear? Take the elevator to 8 and it's right there.
Okay, thanks.
3.
Do you have change for 100?
No, but there's a cashier on the 6th floor.
4.
Excuse me, is there a restroom around here?
No, but there's one on the 1st floor.
Thanks.
5.
Attention shoppers. For the next hour, you can find our red light specials on the 9th floor.
6.
What floor are we on anyway?
13.
Task 5. Listen to the public address announcement and label the missing departments at ShopRite Discount Warehouse. Then listen again and check the departments where there are special offers.
Good morning, shoppers. Welcome to ShopRite Discount Warehouse, where low prices are the rule every day. On the 1st floor, you'll find our luggage, jewelry, and cosmetics departments. Be sure and check out our great selection of luggage and take advantage of a one-day sale on Wadsworth travel bags. 1 floor up, there's also a sale on golf clubs in the sporting goods department. That's located between hardware and menswear on the 2nd floor. You can find children's wear on the 3rd floor right next to the escalators. For 1 week only, there's a special on brand name skirts in the women's wear department, also on the 3rd floor. If you're hungry, there's a huge selection of meals available in the food court on the 4th floor. Look for the furniture department right next to the escalators. The food court is on the other side of furniture. And if you're a frequent Shoppers Club member, don't miss the great deals on TVs and electrical goods next to the restaurant on the 4th floor. Thank you for shopping the ShopRite way.
Task 6. Look at the floor plan in Task 5 and listen. Circle the correct answers. 1,
You can find men's clothing on the 2nd floor.
2,
Sporting goods is on the 3rd floor.
3,
Suitcases are on the 1st floor.
4,
Boys' jeans are on the 2nd floor.
5,
CD players and TVs are on the 4th floor.
6.
There are restrooms on every floor.
Talking about locations in a store. Sample dialogue.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for running shoes.
Running shoes, right over there in the sporting goods department.
Great. I'm also looking for a skirt for my wife.
Okay, women's wear is on the 3rd floor next to the children's wear department. You can take the escalator.
And where's that?
Right next to hardware.
Useful expressions.
Excuse me, can you tell me where to find CD players?
Sure, they're right upstairs in the electrical goods department.
Take the escalator to 4, and it's right next to the food court.
What floor is sporting goods on?
Is there a restroom on this floor?
In focus. You better shop around. In many countries, traditional open-air markets, such as Namdaemun in Korea or Singapore's Clarke Quay Flea Market, compete with shopping centers and department stores for customers. Have you ever been to a traditional market in your country? What are some advantages of shopping at open-air markets versus department stores? What are some disadvantages?
In Thailand, traditional markets have much lower prices than department stores.
North America department stores offer better quality products than open-air markets.
Open-air markets in Mexico have a wider selection than shopping malls.
Unit 8. Can you work weekends? Task 2. Listen to the 4 conversations and number the occupations 1 through 4. Then listen again. How does each person describe the job? Circle the correct word. 1.
I see here that you've got a lot of experience. Tell me, Steve, how did you first get interested in the computer field?
Well, working in computers is all I ever really wanted to do. I got my first computer when I was about 10, and I've spent most of my time working with them ever since.
What is it that interests you about computer programming?
It's just a really creative job, I guess. You get a chance to make something from nothing.
2.
I just can't believe you're a police officer, Margot. I remember in high school you always wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I guess it was all those TV shows about lawyers. I started law school, but then I realized it just wasn't the right career for me.
But isn't it a dangerous job, all those criminals out there with guns?
Sometimes I wish it were a little more dangerous. Right now, all I do is write traffic tickets. It's kind of boring, actually.
3.
I guess they told you on the phone that we're looking for someone to do oil changes, tune-ups, that sort of thing.
I'm your man, then. Those are exactly the kinds of things I did in my last job.
And why did you leave your previous employer?
Well, I was working for a trucking company, and the owner wanted me to do extra work on top of my job as a mechanic.
What type of work?
Delivering stuff, mostly. I didn't like it too much. Being a mechanic is really enjoyable. I love working on engines.
4.
So, Mark, you've decided to go into education. What made you decide to choose that field?
I guess I just think it's the right choice for me. I used to have a part-time job as a tutor, and I really liked it.
That's great. There's just a couple of things you should probably consider. First of all, you know you're not likely to get rich teaching school, right?
Yeah, I know it's not a very high-paying job, but that's not the reason I'm going into it. Helping people learn is just really satisfying for me.
Task 3. Listen to the questions and circle the best responses. Then listen again and check your answers. 1,
What's your phone number?
2,
Where did you go to school?
3,
Can you speak Japanese?
4.
What do you do there?
5.
How long did you work at Telcor?
Task 4. Which words are stressed? Listen to the example. Then listen and underline the stressed words. Listen again and practice. Example.
Can you speak English?
1,
I can speak Spanish.
2,
I can't drive a truck.
3,
Can you work weekends?
4,
Yes, I can.
5.
John can use picture shop, can't he?
Task 5. Read the job ad and listen to the 2 job interviews. Write yes or no for each item on the interview form. Then listen again and check your answers. Who do you think is the best candidate for the job? Share your opinion with a partner. 1.
As you know, Patricia, we're looking for someone who has done it all in the publishing design field. Someone who knows the business inside out and can take charge of a design team.
Well, as you can see from my resume, I worked my way up from intern to senior designer at Q-Style magazine, so I'm comfortable doing just about any job.
Are you comfortable using the new Design Whiz software?
Very comfortable. I can also use Picture Shop. I even took some photos for Q-Style when the staff photographers were busy.
And how about your French?
Well, I'm better at speaking French than writing it, but I can do both.
That's good, because you'd sometimes be working with French designers. You might also have to type in some text corrections when you're designing pages.
I can type about 50 words a minute.
Okay. Ever work with spreadsheets for payroll, that sort of thing?
No, I guess I'd have to learn that. I'm very hard-working. I can work weekends.
That's great. You'd also be traveling to the U.S. once in a while. Is that okay?
That's no problem.
2.
Julian, it says on your resume that you were on the design team at Fashion Central magazine.
For about 2 years. I studied design at college, but really didn't get much hands-on experience until I worked for Fashion Central. They taught me everything. How to use Design Whiz.
So you can use Design Whiz. Good. How are you with photos?
Well, I can't really take professional photos. I know how to use Picture Shop, though.
What about spreadsheets? In this job, you'd need to use them for things like payroll.
That's no problem. I actually studied accounting before I got into design.
I see here that you grew up in Quebec. I assume you speak French?
Fluently. It's the language we spoke at home when I was a kid. I've also written some articles in French.
There's travel involved in this job. Any problem flying to the U.S. once in a while?
No, that's fine. I'm willing to do what it takes to be good at this job. I can work nights, weekends.
Yes, that would be a part of the job. Oh, I almost forgot. How's your typing? Believe it or not, we need someone who can type pretty fast.
I guess I type at about, 40 words a minute.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1,
Do you have a master's degree?
2,
Have you ever taken a TOEFL test?
3,
Can you speak French?
4,
Is earning a high salary important to you?
5,
Do you like to travel?
6.
Are you a hard worker?
Asking and answering job interview questions. Sample dialogue.
We're looking for someone with computer design skills.
I can use Design Whiz software. I also know Picture Shop.
Okay. Can you work with spreadsheets?
Yes, I used spreadsheets in my previous job.
What about your language skills? Can you speak French?
Yes, I can. I studied in France for 3 years. I love to travel.
That's great. I just have a few more questions.
Useful expressions.
Why did you leave your last job?
I was looking for a new challenge.
Why do you think you're the best candidate for the job?
I have a lot of experience, and I'm very hardworking.
Are you willing to travel or move to another city?
Yes, I love to travel, and I'd be willing to relocate.
In focus. Prestigious careers. Respondents to a 2001 survey by the Harris Poll, a U.S. market research and consulting firm, named doctors, teachers, and scientists as the 3 most prestigious professions from a list of 17. The 3 least prestigious jobs were banker, accountant, and business person. What are the most prestigious professions in your country? What are the least prestigious? Why do you think people respect certain professions over others? I think teachers get a lot of prestige because it's such a difficult job.
Politicians don't get any respect in my country. People think they're dishonest.
I think nurses deserve more respect because they work so hard.
Unit 9. Where's the ferry terminal? Task 2. Listen to the conversations. What does each person want to see or do? Number the photos 1 through 6. Then listen again. Where is each person advised to go? Circle the correct answers. 1.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
Well, this might seem like a strange question, but I saw some people on TV doing a sort of slow-motion exercise. Could you tell me what it was?
Oh, you mean Tai Chi. It's a martial art that's meant to improve your concentration and help you relax. It's very popular in Hong Kong.
It looks really interesting. Is there any place I could go to find out more about it?
You could take classes, but since you're only here for a few days, you should probably just go to Kowloon Park. A lot of people practice Tai Chi there.
2.
Is there something I can help you with, ma'am?
Oh, yes. I'm looking for a brochure on cultural events in Hong Kong.
Was there something in particular you were interested in?
I'm not sure. What about traditional music? Do they have any performances I could attend?
I'd recommend the Chinese opera. There's a schedule right here. The performances are held at the Hong Kong Cultural Center.
3.
Could I ask you a question? We were wondering if there were any good clubs around here.
Yes, there are quite a few. Are you looking for a place to dance or to hear live music?
We're really in the mood to dance.
Okay. Well, there are plenty of choices. There's a great place called Judgment AD in the Bank of America Tower. You just take the MTR to Admiralty.
Judgment AD in the Bank of America Tower. Got it.
4.
Hi, you're going to think this is a bit strange, but my husband wants to have his fortune told.
That's not as strange as you think. A lot of people go to fortune tellers. You just have to go to a temple.
Where would the nearest one be?
Well, there's a place near Tin Hau Temple. That's not too far from here.
5.
Could you help me? I'm looking for a new place to shop.
You've already been to Pacific Place?
Yes, I spent all day there yesterday. I guess I'm just looking for someplace new to explore.
Well, you should probably visit Times Square then. There are a lot of boutiques and brand-name stores there.
6.
Excuse me, sir. I've heard there's a floating market in Hong Kong. Is it anything like the one in Bangkok?
To tell you the truth, it's not a market at all. It's a place to eat.
So it's a big restaurant?
3 big restaurants, actually, all on a huge floating platform on the water.
It's in Victoria Harbor?
No, you have to go to Aberdeen Harbor on the other side of the island.
Task 3. Read the statements and listen to the directions. Circle T for true or F for false. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
There's a drugstore on Church Street, across from the park.
2.
The bookstore is right behind the Admiral Hotel.
3.
The market? Take the next left. It's just beside the hospital.
4.
No, there's no subway station on Kensington Street. There's one in front of the Park Place Hotel, though.
5.
The closest movie theater is in the shopping mall on Guildwood Avenue. Look for the supermarket. The mall is on the other side of the street.
Task 4. Listen. Does the intonation rise or fall at the end of each question? Circle the correct answer. Then listen again and practice. 1.
Do you know where the station is?
2.
When does the bus get here?
3.
Is there a bookstore nearby?
4.
How do I get to the ferry terminal?
5.
Where is the drugstore?
6.
Are there any banks around here?
Task 5. Listen to the tourist information about Kowloon. Number the places in the order that you hear them, 1 through 6. Then listen again. Draw lines between each place and its location on the map.
Welcome to Hong Kong, and thank you for choosing Beacon Tours. I'm your tour guide, Samantha Lin. As we make our way to Kowloon, here's a brief overview of some of the local tourist sites you may wish to visit. As most of you know, we've arranged for you to stay at the Peninsula Hotel, which is located between the YMCA Salisbury Hotel and the Sheraton Hotel on Salisbury Road. Just across the street from the Peninsula Hotel, you'll find the Hong Kong Space Museum, between the Hong Kong Cultural Center and Salisbury Gardens. The Space Museum has dozens of fascinating displays, including an actual Mercury space capsule. Up Nathan Road in Kowloon Park is the Hong Kong Museum of History, where you can learn just about everything about Hong Kong's past. For lovers of outdoor dining and nightlife, Knutsford Terrace is the place to go. This trendy entertainment district is located near the Miramar Hotel, just off Nathan Road. Hong Kong is well known as a shopper's paradise, and 2 of the best markets in town are located in Kowloon. With hundreds of different kinds of birds on display, the bird market is one of Hong Kong's must-see tourist destinations. Look for it close to the Grand Tower Hotel and Mong Kok subway station. Just as interesting is the Temple Street Night Market, the place to go for inexpensive clothes, shoes, and household goods. You'll find it next to Tin Hau Temple, close to Yau Ma Tei MTR station. Now let me tell you something about this part of Hong Kong, because you've probably noticed...
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Is there a park near your house?
2.
Do you take the bus to class every day?
3.
Is the airport far from here?
4.
Do you know the way to the train station?
5.
Can you walk to the subway from here?
6.
Are there any good restaurants around here?
Asking for directions and describing locations. Sample dialogue.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a good place to have dinner with friends. Could you recommend a place?
The best choice is probably Knutsford Terrace. It isn't too far from here.
Knutsford Terrace. Could you tell me where that is?
Sure, it's on Kimberley Road, close to the Miramar.
Sorry, I don't know where the Miramar is.
Oh, it's on Nathan Road, across from Kowloon Park.
Close to the Miramar Hotel, across from Kowloon Park. Thanks.
Useful expressions.
Excuse me, is there a post office near here?
Sure. Go up Nathan Road to Middle Road and turn right.
Is the Causeway Center in Kowloon?
No, it's not. It's in Wan Chai.
Is it within walking distance from here?
No, you should probably take a cab.
In focus. It's a must-see. Travel companies sometimes offer tours built around particular themes, like historical sites, cultural institutions, or popular night spots. Which places in your city would you include on a tour of important historical sites? Which places are must-see stops on a cultural tour of your city? Where would you take tourists who wanted to visit the best night spots?
Visitors to Tokyo can learn about Japanese culture in the museums at Ueno-Koen Park.
The National Palace is a must-see in Mexico City. The murals there show Mexico's history.
Soho is the main nightlife area in London. You can find all the best pubs and nightclubs there.
Unit 10. How does it work? Task 2. Listen and circle the words you hear in each conversation. Then listen again. Which item is each person talking about? Number the photos, 1 through 3. 1.
Can you help me out here, Mark? I'm trying to figure out how to use this thing. I have to plug something in here, don't I?
Let's see what you're trying to do. Oh, well, first you have to open it up like this.
Oh, that's how it works.
Yeah, then you just put in a CD, close it, and...
Then you press play.
Right. And if you want to raise or lower the volume, you can adjust it right here.
2.
That looks fancy. Is it new?
Yeah, I just got it. With this little baby, I can control everything.
Really? How does it work?
It's pretty simple, really. You just press this button to turn everything on.
Everything? Wow.
Move this switch if you want to change the mode, and use this one over here to adjust the volume.
That's great. Now you can throw out all the others and just use this one.
3.
You look like you're having some trouble there, Russell.
You could say that. I can't even find the power button.
Well, let's see. Did you plug it in?
Yeah, I got that far at least.
Okay, the power is right here on the side. Turn it on like this and then... What's this?
There's a disc in there.
Oh, okay. Well, let's take out the disc and we're ready to go.
You have to use the mouse to open the window, don't you?
Yep, just move the cursor over here like this, click on this icon, and there's your window.
Task 3. Gerald is calling a helpline for instructions on how to use his MD player. Listen. What instructions does he get? Write do or don't in the space next to each instruction. Then listen again and check your answers.
Tune Master Helpline, Andrea speaking.
Oh, hi. I'm calling about your F100 model. I bought one last week, and now I can't seem to record anything.
You're trying to record a whole CD?
Yeah, I've got everything hooked up, but the MD player isn't recording.
Okay, well, let's start from the beginning. Is everything turned on?
Yeah, it's all ready to go.
All right, now I want you to make sure you've got the cable hooked up correctly.
Okay, do I plug the cable into the phone slot on the CD player?
No, don't plug it in there. You have to use the one marked Digital Out.
Digital out, right.
Now, put a mini disc in the MD player, close the cover, and...
Do I press record on the CD player?
No, just play the CD, press record on the MD player.
What about the volume? Is it going to record at the right level?
Yes, don't adjust the volume. Just keep recording until the CD stops playing. The CD and MD players will both turn off automatically.
Okay, thanks for all your help.
Task 4. Listen. Are these people sure about what they're saying? Circle S for sure, or NS for not sure. Then listen again and practice. 1.
It's an MD player, isn't it?
2.
You have a computer, don't you?
3.
You put it in here, didn't you?
4.
You press this button, don't you?
5.
You turned it off, didn't you?
Task 5. Listen and check the correct statement. Then listen again and number the pictures 1 through 6.
Can I help you with anything, sir?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how this digital camera works. Can you show me how to use a computer to look at the photos I took?
Sure. Whenever you want to look at your photos, you just run this cable between the camera and computer. So the first thing you have to do is plug it into the back of the computer.
Okay.
Now, do you see this? That's the mode dial. There are different settings depending on what you're doing.
Capture, review, setup.
Right. To download photos, move the mode dial to connect. Then look at the computer.
There's a camera icon here.
Yes. Click on the icon and you're connected to the camera. Now, to download the pictures...
You just press download on the computer screen, don't you?
Not yet. First, adjust the picture quality here. That's better. Now press download.
It's pretty easy, isn't it? Can I turn the camera off now?
Yep, the pictures are downloaded. Turn off the camera and we'll take a look at what we've got.
Wow, those photos look great.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
You have a DVD player, don't you?
2.
Can you tell me how to use an MD player?
3.
You've used a laser printer, haven't you?
4.
Are you good at computer games?
5.
Have you ever used a fax machine?
6.
Do you have a digital camera?
Giving and understanding instructions. Sample dialogue.
Can you tell me how to use this computer?
Sure. First you have to turn it on. Just press the power button.
Okay. Do I have to open this now?
Yes, open it, put in a disc, and then close it.
How do I open it? Do I press a button on the right side?
No, the button is on the front. You adjust the sound on the side.
Useful expressions.
How do I turn it on?
I don't know how to open it.
What is this cable for?
Move this switch to adjust the picture quality.
You have to use the slot marked Cable In.
In focus, the mother of invention. In a 1999 survey by the American Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, 30% of respondents chose the computer as the 20th century's greatest invention, ahead of the car, electricity, television, and the telephone. What do you think are some of the greatest inventions of the past 100 years? What are some inventions that you can't live without?
I think rewritable CDs are a great invention because you can store so much information.
I still think books are the best invention ever. We couldn't live without them.
The Internet is the world's greatest invention because it has brought us all closer together.
Review, Unit 6 through 10. Task 1. Marcia is describing the type of home she's looking for. Listen and circle the correct information. Then listen again and check your answers.
Good morning, Skyline Real Estate.
Hello. My name is Marcia Wheeler. I saw your ad in the paper.
How can I help you, Marcia?
Well, I'm hoping you can help me find a place to live.
Okay, first I need to know whether you're looking for a house or an apartment.
Oh, just an apartment.
All right, and how many bedrooms do you need?
Let me see. 2 would be better. No, I think 1 is fine.
Right, and are you looking for furnished or unfurnished?
Well, I don't have very much furniture.
We do have semi-furnished apartments. That means the apartment owner would supply some of the furniture, and you would supply the rest.
That sounds good. Put me down for semi-furnished.
Could you tell me what sort of furniture you'd need?
Oh, well, I have a bedroom set and a dining room table and chairs, so...
Just the living room, then?
Right.
What about location? Would you prefer to be close to the university or downtown?
The university, please. And can you make sure it's close to the subway?
Does it matter if you're on a bus route?
Not really. I only take the subway.
The last thing is how much you're able to pay.
Oh, for the rent? Yeah, I can pay up to about $600 a month.
Task 2. Listen to the conversations and number the pictures 1 through 4. Then listen again and circle the things Allison can do. 1.
As you know, Allison, we're looking for someone who can type, answer the phone, and help out wherever else they're needed.
That's no problem, Mr. Lee.
Okay. Tell me, what's your typing speed?
I can type about 70 words a minute.
2.
Are you new here?
Yes, it's my first day. My name's Allison Martin.
I'm Monica French. That's my order form you're working on.
Oh, I just finished it. Do you want me to fax it to head office?
That would be great. Do you know how to use the fax machine?
Sure, I can send it right now.
3.
Morning, Mr. Wu. What can I do for you?
Allison, I need to make some phone calls to China and Mexico.
What can I do to help?
Well, I'm okay calling China. The problem is I can't speak any Spanish. Can you?
Yes, I studied it in college. You just have to tell me what to say.
4.
Allison, this is Evelyn Kwok from accounting.
Pleased to meet you, Miss Kwok.
Hi, Allison. Listen, have you ever worked with Exalt software? It's a spreadsheet program.
Sure, I used it at school. Do you need me to help with something?
Task 3. Listen to the telephone recording. Number the correct places on the map 1 through 5. Then listen again and check your answers.
Thank you for calling the Holiday Hotel Information Line. To help you find your way around the local area, here is a list of some key places near the hotel. Right next to the hotel is Papa Romano's restaurant, home of the city's best Italian food. Just a short walk from there is the Hollywood Theater, where you can see all the latest movies under one roof. Look for the theater behind Gatewood Park. There is plenty of shopping nearby. Town Square Shopping Mall is across from the bookstore, and the Sunnyvale Shopping Center is directly opposite the hotel. For those wishing to visit other parts of the city, City Center Subway Station is located between Town Square Shopping Mall and KJ's Department Store. Buses are available at the bus station in front of the post office. There is a route map posted at the bus station.
Task 4. Listen to the conversations. What department is each person looking for? Number the photos 1 through 5. Then listen again. Draw lines from the photos to the correct locations in the store. 1.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a basketball. Where can I find sporting goods?
Sporting Goods is on the 3rd floor, right next to the escalators.
Thanks very much.
2.
Excuse me, sir. Do you sell suitcases here?
Suitcases? Yes. The luggage department is here on the 1st floor. It's right over there next to ladies' wear.
3.
Can I help you at all, ma'am?
Oh, yes. We're hoping to buy a sofa. Where would I find the furniture department?
Oh, furniture is up on the 2nd floor, next to the food court.
The food court?
Yes, turn right when you get off the escalator. Go through the food court, and you'll see the furniture department in the corner.
4.
I guess you have some TVs around here somewhere, do you?
Not on this floor, sir. TVs are up in the electronics department.
What floor is that on?
It's on the 2nd floor, beside the household goods.
5. Sir, I'm wondering where the toy department is.
It's here on the 1st floor, ma'am, right between the jewelry and cosmetics departments.
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Is your home far from here?
2.
Do you take the subway every day?
3.
Are there any nightclubs near here?
4.
Do you know much about MD players?
5.
Can you teach me how to use a digital camera?
Unit 11. I usually get up at 6. Task 2. Listen and number the times in the order you hear them, 1 through 6. Then listen again. Write the verb you hear under each clock.
Okay, then. I'll meet you at 12:30.
Football practice starts at 3.
We finish work at 6:30 on Fridays.
She'll arrive in Bangkok at 10 after 9.
I'll see you at the game at 8:15.
Our flight to Seoul leaves at 11:45.
Task 3. Listen to the questions and circle the best response. Listen again and check your answers. 1.
What time do you usually go to work in the morning?
2.
When do you have lunch?
3.
What time do you usually come home in the evening?
4.
When is your coffee break?
5.
What time do you go to bed at night?
Task 4. Questions like, when do you usually get up, are often reduced. Listen to the example. Then listen to the sentences and circle reduced or not reduced. Listen again and practice. Example.
When do you usually get up? When do you usually get up?
1.
When do you usually have breakfast?
2.
When do you usually go to school or work?
3.
When do you usually have lunch?
4.
When do you usually come home?
5.
When do you usually have dinner?
6.
When do you usually go to bed?
Task 5. 3 people are describing their daily routines. Listen and fill in the blanks under event. Then listen again and fill in the blanks under time. 1.
Good morning, everyone. Your teachers tell me you're all having some trouble with your schoolwork. I know you're all good students, so I'm thinking it's a problem with managing your time.
That's right, Mr. Wilson. Between basketball games, practices, team meetings, and working out at the gym, I just don't have much time left for homework.
Well, tell me about your daily routine, Linda. Let's see if we can find some free time when you can study.
Well, I get up around 5 o'clock and get to the gym for the team workout at 6. I'm in class all morning and have lunch at 12:15. I spend all afternoon in class, and then I go to basketball practice at 4. After that, there's another workout, the team meeting, and usually a team dinner. I get home at about 9:30, but by that time I'm usually too tired to do any homework. Most nights I go to bed at 11:30.
That's a pretty busy schedule, all right. But I happen to know the players don't have to go to the team dinners. It's optional. I think you should eat at home more often and spend the extra time studying. You could probably also study at lunch.
2.
Now, Stuart, what about you?
Well, I generally leave home around 7:30. It takes me over an hour to get to school by bus, and then I go to class at 9. I'm taking an extra course this semester, so I only have about 10 minutes for lunch. My part-time job starts at 4:30, so I have to go straight there after school. I finish work at 8 o'clock and get home about an hour later. I unwind by watching TV for a couple of hours from about 9. I try to do my homework starting at 11:30, but I usually run out of time.
Stuart, I think you're going to have to cut down on the hours at your part-time job. Then you could study after school and still have time to unwind with a little TV. You could also study on the bus on your way to school.
3.
All right, Sophie, let's hear about your schedule.
Well, as you know, Mr. Wilson, I'm student council president, editor of the student newspaper, and lead violin in the school band this year, so I don't have time for much else. I get to school at 7 for band practice. I go to class for most of the day and have lunch with the newspaper staff at 12:15. I have a spare period in the afternoon when I write stories for the paper. That's 2 o'clock. At 5, I meet with the student council, and then I work on the newspaper for 3 hours, starting at about 6. After that, I go home and practice violin from about 9:30. If there's any time left, I do my homework.
It's great that you do so much for the school, Sophie, but it's taking a lot of time away from your schoolwork. I think you should give up one of your outside activities and spend a little more time studying. Let's sit down and draw up study schedules for all of you.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
I get up at around 6:30.
2.
I usually have breakfast at about 7 o'clock.
3.
I go to school before 8 o'clock.
4.
I have lunch around 12:30.
5.
I get home around 5.
6.
I never go to bed before 11 o'clock.
Talking about your daily routine. Sample dialogue.
What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up at about 7 o'clock. Then I take a shower.
Do you have breakfast?
Yes, I eat and read the paper and then leave home at about 8:15.
Maybe you could get up earlier and study English from 7 to 7:30.
I like to sleep a little later than that, but I guess I could study.
Useful expressions.
When do you usually have lunch?
Usually at noon, but sometimes a bit later.
What do you do after school?
I watch TV from 7 o'clock to 8:30 and then do my homework.
Do you have any extra time in the morning?
Could you study for an hour at lunch?
In focus. A day in the life. Hollywood stars are known for spending long days on the set while making movies. Tom Cruise once said a typical day for him begins at 4:30 a.m. and lasts as long as 18 to 20 hours. Famous musicians and celebrities in other fields have made similar statements. Who are some of the most famous people in your country? What kinds of activities do you think make up their daily routines?
Our Prime Minister must have a really busy schedule. He probably has to get up really early in the morning each day.
I think most actors in Hollywood probably have an easy working day, and they get paid a lot of money, too.
Anna Kournikova must have a tough daily schedule. She has to practice tennis and also do lots of interviews with the media.
Unit 12. I'll have soup and a sandwich. Task 2. Listen. Which of the food items is each person talking about? Check the correct item. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
How would you like that done?
2,
Does that come with French fries?
3,
What kind of dressing would you like?
4.
Would you like cream and sugar?
Task 3. Listen. Which people are making restaurant reservations? Circle yes or no. Then listen again. Which people succeeded in making reservations? Circle yes, no, or unknown. 1.
Harborview Cafe, how may I help you?
Yes, hi. I'd like a table for 6 tomorrow night, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. We don't take reservations on Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
2.
Of course, and we accept reservations. We open at 11. If you wish to make a reservation, please leave your name and number after the beep.
I'd like to make a reservation for lunch tomorrow, 4 people at 1 o'clock. My name is Andrews and my phone number is 839-4953. Thank you.
3.
Meetings and Banquets Department.
Hello, I'd like to reserve a meeting room for tomorrow at 12.
We're fully booked at 12.
How about 1?
1 o'clock is fine.
Okay, we need seating for 12, please.
And could I have your name, please?
Chen, C-H-E-N. I'm in room 403.
And how would you like to pay for that, Mr. Chen?
Oh, I guess I'll use my credit card, American Express.
4.
Grand Theater, how may I help you?
I'd like to make a reservation, please. 3 people for tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we're all sold out for tomorrow night's show.
Oh, thank you.
Please call again if you'd like to book for another night.
5.
Barney's Seafood, may I help you?
I'd like to make a reservation for Saturday night, please.
Sure. How many people?
8?
And at what time?
Oh, say around 7?
Okay. And your name is?
Lee. And, it's a birthday party, so can I order a cake? You do have birthday cakes, don't you?
Sure. What would you like written on it?
Well, let's see.
Task 4. Listen and check if would or will is reduced. Then listen again and practice. 1,
Would you like to see the menu?
2,
Yes, I'd like a menu.
3,
I would like a hamburger.
4,
What do you have to drink?
5,
Will that be all?
6.
I'll have the sirloin.
Task 5. Listen. Are these people making reservations or ordering food? Circle R for reservation or O for ordering food. Then listen again and check your answers. 1,
I'd like 2 seats for tomorrow night, please.
2,
I'd like 1 large Super Supreme pizza, please.
3,
Could I arrange to sit by the window?
4,
Can I book a table for 6 on Friday night?
Task 6. Listen. How many people are ordering? Circle the number. Then listen again and check the orders.
Hi, I'm Tina. I'll be your waitress this evening. Are you all set to order?
Yes, I'll have a hamburger and a salad.
How would you like your hamburger?
Medium rare.
Anything to drink?
Water?
Okay. And how about you?
Let's see. I guess I'll have the salad.
1 salad.
Uh-huh.
And to drink?
Coffee, please.
Okay.
And I'll have a steak.
And how would you like that?
Medium.
Anything else?
Yes, I'd like an order of fries.
Okay. And to drink?
I'll have a cola, please.
Okay, coming right up.
Task 7. Listen and circle the best response. Then listen again and check your answers. 1,
What would you like to order?
2,
Does that come with ice cream?
3,
Could I have a table for 2 at 6:30?
4,
Could I have 2 coffees, please?
5,
Did you say cola?
6.
What time would you like?
Ordering food and taking orders. Sample dialogue.
Are you ready to order?
Yes, I'll have the roast beef and the garden salad, please.
What kind of dressing would you like?
Thousand Island, please.
Anything to drink?
I'll have an iced tea.
Okay, coming right up.
Useful expressions.
What would you like to order?
How would you like that done?
I'd like it medium rare, please.
Did you say cola?
Do you want milk and sugar with that?
Would you like chocolate or red cherry?
Would you like anything else?
In focus. Mind your manners. Most people learn proper table manners at an early age, but rules of etiquette in one country don't always apply to another. What are some of the customs associated with eating in your country? What sorts of mealtime behavior are unacceptable?
In Japan, it's okay to make slurping sounds while eating noodles.
In Mexico, it's the custom to keep both hands above the table during a meal.
In France, it's the custom to eat salad after the main course.
Unit 13. He shoots, he scores. Task 2. Listen and circle the picture for each sport you hear. Then listen again and check your answers.
German Grand Prix, and that's the up-to-the-minute news. Now to the latest sports scores from around the region. In playoff basketball action, Toronto down Boston 104-98.
Tiger Woods. And in other news, Korean PGA Tour mainstay Yoo-Mi Kim scored a stunning upset this afternoon at the U.S. Women's Open Golf Championships in Kansas City, Kansas.
For that, Marty. Coming up next, full coverage of this year's U.S. men's clay court tennis tournament, followed by a look at the first-round matchups in this year's National Hockey League playoffs being played in Boston.
Mets close 3-2. And finally, our play of the day comes to us from the World Cup soccer match between Brazil and Japan, where Japanese striker Hiroko
Task 3. Listen and answer true or false. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
Welcome back to Whitehall Stadium, where the third and deciding set is about to begin. Martinez played well in the second set. Her serve is still strong, and the only chance I see of Kobayashi getting back in the match is if Martinez has any more trouble with her ankle. The other problem is the heat. It must be well over 100 degrees on the court, and both women are feeling it. Well, the umpire is in place, and both players are ready. So let's go back to Jim Stone for more of the commentary.
2. Lee has the ball at midcourt. He passes it to Chang. Chang's boxed in. He pivots and, the ball comes loose. There's a scramble and Chang has it again now. He tries to take it across to the other side, but is stopped just short of center court. He passes it to Wong, the big number 9. Wong shoots from three-point territory, and it's off the rim as the buzzer sounds. So the score remains 45-all at halftime.
3.
So it's back to 17, where American Jenny Kim is trying to save par after a terrible drive into the trees. Kim's taking a bit longer than usual to line up the shot. She's only sitting about 8 feet from the cup, but this green is a bit tricky. We also had some rain last night, so there's a possibility the green is still wet, which means that Kim will have to hit it a little harder. Looks like she's ready. Here's the putt, and in it goes! So Kim remains atop the leaderboard at 3 under, with the Australian Ali Moran still sitting one shot back.
Task 4. Depending on the intonation, O can have many different meanings. Listen to the intonation of O and match each one with the correct ending. Then listen and check your answers. Practice saying the sentences using the correct intonation. 1.
Oh!
2.
Oh?
3.
Oh.
4.
Oh.
5.
Oh.
1.
Oh! That was a great shot.
2.
Oh? I didn't know that.
3.
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
4.
Oh, that's a real shame.
5.
Oh, I see.
Task 5. Listen to the soccer game report and complete the chart. Then listen again and check your answers.
And now to sports. Fans of the West Park Lords had reason to celebrate tonight as the team scored a 3-2 victory over Woodgate United. Playing before a crowd of just over 52,000 fans at Riverside Stadium, the Lords took an early lead on Mark King's shot from the corner of the penalty area. The goal was King's 10th of the season and came in the game's 21st minute. Woodgate evened the score in the 39th minute when United midfielder Ian Martin broke a tackle and slipped a shot past West Park keeper Chris Gain. It was Martin's 8th goal of the season. West Park reclaimed the lead in the 56th minute when Lord striker Dave Smith scored his 14th goal of the campaign. Down but not out, Woodgate drew even once again in the 70th minute when David Walker scored on a pass from Kevin Newman. The goal was Walker's 4th. Both teams had chances to win in the next 20 minutes, but with time running out, it was West Park striker Alan Nolan who scored the deciding goal. Nolan's 13th goal of the season came in the 89th minute and ensured that West Park would hold on to first place, 2 points ahead of Woodgate. The Lords' next game is on Sunday against Egdon.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you like to watch sports on TV?
2.
Are you a good soccer player?
3.
Do you know how to play tennis?
4.
Have you ever played golf?
5.
Do you ever listen to sports on the radio?
6.
Are you a basketball fan?
Talking about sports. Sample dialogue.
Do you watch a lot of sports on TV?
Not really, but I like to play golf.
I like golf too. Are you a good golfer?
Yeah, pretty good. How about you?
I'm not very good at sports, but I watch a lot of sports on TV.
Oh, really? What kinds of sports do you watch?
Besides golf, I watch a lot of soccer and tennis matches.
Useful expressions.
What's your favorite soccer team?
Who's your favorite basketball player?
How often do you go to baseball games?
About once or twice a month.
Do you ever listen to games on the radio?
Do you play on any teams at school?
In focus. National sports. Golf is played in many countries around the world, but is considered the national sport in Scotland, where many people say it was invented at least 600 years ago. Similarly, baseball is called the national pastime in the United States, and Australian rules football was founded in Australia. What is the national sport in your country? What do you know about its history? Can you explain some of the rules?
The English are crazy about football, or soccer. We started playing it here in 1863, and it's still the most popular sport in the country.
Everyone in Thailand learns Muay Thai, or kickboxing. Muay Thai is 2,000 years old and is unlike any other martial art.
Canada's national sport isn't ice hockey, it's lacrosse. Players try to score using a ball and sticks with nets on the end.
Unit 14. Do you want to see a movie? Task 2. Listen. Which are invitations? Circle Y for yes or N for no. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
Let's go see Invisible City tonight.
2.
What time do you want to have dinner?
3.
Do you want to go to a basketball game this weekend?
4.
Would you like to go dancing tonight?
5.
Have you ever been to a dance party at the King Club?
6.
How would you like to go to the Wagner Art Gallery?
Task 3. Listen to the announcement. How many different events do you hear? Circle the number. Then listen again and fill in the missing information.
What's On Around Town is brought to you by Blue Line Cabs. Now showing at the City Theater is Invisible City, starring Toby Wright. Evening shows are at 7 and 9:30. At the Grand Theater, you can see the record-breaking Broadway play The King's Revenge. Nightly performances are at 7:30. In basketball action, the Liberty City Knights play the Gotham Towers this evening at Metro Gardens. The game gets underway at 7. Tonight at 8, the Civic Center hosts a free concert by the City Symphony Orchestra. The Wagner Art Gallery is holding an exhibition called The Gold Rush, a series of paintings done during the gold mining boom of the 1880s. The grand opening is tonight at 9. Finally, the King Club is hosting a video dance party tonight at 10. Don't miss it.
Task 4. Listen. Do the questions have rising or falling intonation? Circle the correct answer. Then listen again and practice. 1,
What's on tonight?
2,
Do you like movies?
3,
Do you like dancing?
4,
Would you like to have dinner?
5,
Where should we go tonight?
6.
Did you see that movie?
Task 5. Listen to the conversations. What types of entertainment are the people talking about? Number the sections of the entertainment guide 1 through 5. Then listen again. For each conversation, circle the event the people plan to attend. 1.
Hello?
Hello, Jessica. Rob here.
Oh, hi, Rob. What's up?
Well, I was just calling to find out what you're doing this weekend.
No plans, really. I was hoping to go to the Glory Hounds concert, but I couldn't get tickets.
Well then, your prayers are answered. I've got a pair of tickets for this Saturday show. Do you want to go?
You bet I do. That's fantastic, Rob. I'm dying to see that show.
2.
Hey, Marcy. Have you heard about that new play at the Grove Theater?
Siam Sunset? Yeah, I saw it about 2 weeks ago. Why?
Oh, I was going to ask you to see it with me.
Sorry about that. We could always see Social Climbers at the Shakespeare.
Yeah, that sounds okay. What time does it start?
8 o'clock, I think. 3.
Aki, you remember Oliver Smith, right?
You mean the guy you work with at the art store?
Yeah, that's him. He's giving an exhibition tonight at the Ford Street Gallery. Are you interested in going?
I'd like to, but I really want to go to the LaSalle Museum opening tonight.
Oh, come on. That Sandscape exhibition runs for 2 months.
I guess you're right. Okay. See you at the Ford at, say, 9:30?
See you then.
4.
Hello?
Hello, Gina?
Gloria, hi. I was just about to call you. Paul and I are going to Club 64 tonight. We were wondering if you and Bob might like to join us.
Bob doesn't like Club 64 very much. What about Sliders? Their weekend dance party is tonight.
Well, Paul really wants to go to Club 64. They're having some kind of costume party. He's going as David Bowie.
Oh, is that glam rock party tonight? Yeah, I think I could talk Bob into that. What time does it start?
Midnight. But we should probably be there by 11:30.
Right. Bob and I will stop by your house around 11.
5.
Tim, did you get a look at the paper yet?
Yeah, but I still can't decide which movie to see.
What? I thought you wanted to see that horror double feature at the Bayside.
I did, but I called the theater and there aren't any tickets left. How about seeing Quarantine at the Bijou?
Not another summer blockbuster. There's got to be something else on. Let's see The Devil's Playground. I think it's still on at the Capitol.
I'd rather see Quarantine. Why don't you give it a try?
All right, but it better be good.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Come on. Let's see the Devil's Playground.
2.
Would you like to see the Sandscape exhibition?
3.
I have 2 tickets for the Glory Hounds concert.
4.
How about going to Bob's Country Bunker tonight?
5.
2 Bits opens tonight. Want to go?
Making and responding to invitations. Sample dialogue.
Would you like to see the Soul Sisters on Saturday?
I'd like to, but I'm going to see 2 Bits at the National Theater.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, how about going on Sunday?
Well, I'd rather see the exhibition at the Faber Gallery.
That sounds good. What's the exhibition called?
Full Eclipse. Paintings by Wolfgang Schmidt.
All right, I'll see you at the gallery around 8.
Useful expressions.
I have 2 tickets for the Glory Hounds concert. Want to go?
I'd love to. What time does it start?
Let's go to the Ford Street Gallery tonight.
No, thanks. I'm not really interested.
What are you doing on Tuesday night?
Do you want to see a movie?
Sorry, I can't make it that night. How about Thursday?
In focus. Dating customs. For generations in North America, it was considered inappropriate for women to invite men on dates. This custom began to change in the 1940s and 50s. Inspired by a popular comic strip character, many high schools and colleges inaugurated Sadie Hawkins dances, occasions when a woman was expected to attend with the man of her choice. What are some of the past and present customs associated with dating in your country?
In Japan, it's unusual for someone's parents to meet the person he or she is dating until they decide to get married.
It was once a custom in the United States for adult chaperones to accompany young couples on dates.
Young people in Spain often meet dates through pandilla, clubs or groups of friends with the same interests.
Unit 15. What's the weather like? Task 2. Listen. Is the report about news or weather? Check the correct column. Then listen again. Write the key words that helped you decide. 1.
For Tokyo. And in Seoul, it will be cloudy with a high of 25.
2.
And in Bangkok, the Prime Minister said that the Asian Games would be held this year instead of...
3.
A chance of rain. There will be late rainstorms in Taipei with thunder reaching high levels above the...
4.
In news just in, authorities in Osaka say that the fire in a downtown shopping mall has been contained.
5.
Not forgetting that Kuala Lumpur will continue hot and humid with a high of 35 degrees in the...
6.
Spokesman said the president would postpone his upcoming trip to Jakarta based on recent...
Task 3. Listen and circle the picture that matches each conversation. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
Ken, I heard you went to a baseball game during your trip to Chicago.
Yeah, my son and I saw the Cubs game last Saturday. They beat L.A. 5-3.
Didn't it rain really hard on Saturday? I thought they canceled that game.
Nope, maybe you're thinking of Sunday. That game was called because of rain.
Oh, that's right. It just looked like it was going to rain.
Yeah, it was a bit cloudy on Saturday, but it didn't rain.
2.
Did I tell you Ray and I went on a ski trip last month?
No. Did you go up to Ravenwood?
Yeah, we spent the night in the hotel there. We had a really good time.
Was there a lot of snow?
Actually, there wasn't any snow. The weather was so warm that there was no snowfall. And then to make things worse, the snowmaking machine broke down.
But you still had a good time?
Yeah, we spent the whole day playing board games.
3.
Hey, Paulette, how was the sailing holiday last weekend?
Really good, thanks. Although it wasn't sunny like I had hoped.
Oh, no, it didn't rain, did it?
No, but it was pretty cloudy, so I didn't get much of a tan.
Look on the bright side. You didn't get a sunburn either.
That's true, unless you count windburn.
Windy, was it?
Yeah, it was. Perfect for sailing.
Task 4. Listen. Which is more important, the weather or the time? Circle W for weather or T for time. Then listen again and check your answers. Example.
It will be warm tomorrow. It will be warm tomorrow.
1.
It will be cold tonight.
2.
Rain is forecast for tomorrow.
3.
It will be hot on the weekend.
4.
Tonight will be rainy.
5.
This afternoon it'll be cloudy.
6.
Expect some snow overnight.
Task 5. Listen to the weather forecasts and write the temperature for each city. Then listen again. Where might you need these things? Write the name of a city under each item.
Now to weather across the Asian region. Beijing will be cool with late showers and a high of 15. Seoul will be cloudy and unseasonably cold at 4 degrees, while Busan will see rain and a high temperature of 8 degrees. Tokyo will have rain and a high of 11, and Osaka will be cloudy and 10 degrees. Shanghai is expected to enjoy clear skies all day. It will be breezy and warm with a high of 21. Further south in Taipei, the temperature will stay around 16 degrees, but there won't be much sun. Look for it to be partly cloudy all day. Hong Kong will stay cloudy all day long with temperatures reaching 17 degrees. In Manila, it will be warm and sunny with a high of 27. And that's a look at the regional weather at this hour.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you like rainy weather?
2,
Is it sunny right now?
3,
Was it cold yesterday?
4,
Are you warm enough right now?
5,
Do you watch the weather reports on TV?
6.
Did you bring an umbrella to class today?
Talking about the weather. Sample dialogue.
Hello, Allison. It's Jeff. I'm calling from Boracay.
Jeff, hi. How's your vacation going?
Great. The Philippines is beautiful.
How's the weather? I'll bet it's really nice.
Yeah, sunny and very hot. I think it's about 33 degrees.
Wow, that is hot. What did you do today?
We went surfing this morning and scuba diving after lunch.
Useful expressions.
It's cold and snowy.
What's the temperature?
I think it's about 10 below.
What's the weather forecast for tomorrow?
It's supposed to be warm and sunny.
It's great weather for skiing.
The weather is ideal for sunbathing.
In focus. Winter of our discontent. Once known simply as the winter blues, seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is now recognized by doctors as a type of depression. The shortage of daylight during the winter months is believed to cause a chemical imbalance in the brain. Symptoms of the illness, which include sleep problems, headaches, anxiety, and mood changes, are often treated with light therapy. In what ways does the weather affect your mood?
Hot weather makes me feel really tired. I just don't want to do anything.
I am always really happy when it rains. I never feel depressed at all.
I love when it snows. It makes me feel happy and romantic.
Review. Units 11 through 15. Task 1. Listen to the conversations and number the posters 1 through 4. Does the person accept or decline the invitation? Listen again and circle accept or decline. 1.
Hello?
Hello, Vivian.
Hi, Greg. How are things?
Everything's fine. I'm just calling to see if you want to go to that new modern art exhibition at the La Roche Gallery. It looks really interesting.
I'd love to.
2.
Hey, May, you like Eddie Wilson, don't you?
Yeah, I like him a lot. Why? Has he got a new CD out?
No, but he's giving a concert here next Sunday, and I've got 2 tickets. Do you want to go?
Definitely.
3.
Hey, Alice, Warren and I saw a poster for that new restaurant today.
You mean Winston's?
Yeah, their grand opening is on Friday. Warren and I are going. Do you and Phil want to come too?
Friday? Sorry, Jill, but we're going to a dinner party that night. 4.
Dean, did you hear that the New York Knights are going to play here?
What, the baseball team? You're kidding.
No, they're playing exhibition games with some of the best college teams across the country. I've got tickets for the game against Western if you want to go.
Sounds great.
Task 2. Listen and write Jenny's order. Then listen again and check your answers.
Jenny, I thought you weren't going to make it.
Sorry, Joe. The traffic was really bad. Did you order?
I ordered for me. I'm having a steak. I was just about to order the fish for you.
Oh, really? I don't think I'll have the fish. Let me check the menu.
Evening, ma'am. Welcome to Surf and Turf. Are you ready to order?
Well, yes, I think so. I'll have the chef's salad to start.
Okay. What kind of dressing would you like with that?
French, please. And for the main course, I'll have a steak, too.
How would you like that done?
Medium, please.
All right. The steak comes with either French fries or a baked potato.
I'll have fries.
Something to drink?
Yes, I'd like an iced tea. Oh, and do you have any garlic bread?
Yes. Would you like a small or large order?
Are you going to have some, Joe?
Sure. Garlic bread sounds good.
We'll have a large order, please.
Will that be all then?
I think so. Joe?
Yeah, we might have coffee later.
Okay. Well, I'll have your salads for you in just a moment.
Task 3. Soccer star Carl Kessel is describing his daily routine. Listen and match the times to the activities. Then listen again and check your answers.
Welcome back to Soccer Tips. We're talking to soccer star Carl Kessel to find out what makes him such a successful player. Carl?
Well, besides practice and pure hard work, keeping to a set routine on game day is something that's helped me a lot.
Could you tell us a bit about your game day routine, Carl?
Well, it's important to get a long rest the night before a game. I usually get up pretty late on the days we're playing.
What time?
About 8:30. I don't eat right away. I leave home and arrive at the stadium at about 9:20. Then I have breakfast with the team at 10.
Do you have a team meeting on game day?
Of course, that's very important. We get together at 11 to talk about strategy. We watch highlight tapes of past games with the other team at 12:30 or so.
That's so you can identify any mistakes you made?
And to remind us of the kinds of strategies they use. After that, we relax and eat a light lunch together at 2.
What about loosening up before the game?
We do warm-up exercises starting at about 4:45, so we're ready to play by the time the game starts at 5:30.
Task 4. Listen to the sports broadcasts and fill in the results. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
Turning to the soccer world, it was a day of upsets at the World Cup as 3 countries that were favored to win the championship all lost their games. In Berlin, Japanese striker Mazuo Ota scored in the 73rd minute to give Japan a surprising 2-1 victory over Brazil. Meanwhile, in Frankfurt, Korea's Jae-hoon Kim scored on a penalty with just a minute left in regulation as the Red Devils upset Italy's national team by a score of 3-2. And in the day's most surprising result, China's Paul Yeo scored a goal in the 25th minute, and China held on to edge Germany 1-0 in Munich.
2.
Now to golf, where the opening round of the Jimmy Walker Classic in Phuket, Thailand, saw Korea's K.S. Kim shoot an 8-under par 64 for a one-stroke lead over Australia's Peter Miller and Japan's Jiro Ito. Both Miller and Ito shot 65. Also high on the leaderboard after the first day of play was Filipino golfer Fred Luciano, who shot a 67, and Taiwan's John Lee, who recorded a 70. Further back in the field was last year's champion, Steve Smith, at even par 72, and PGA money leader Scott Black at 1 over par 73.
3.
Tennis fans had a lot to cheer about yesterday as the French Open got underway in Paris, a day after heavy rains washed out a number of opening round matches. In the most anticipated first-day matchup, defending champion Amy Johnson of Ireland beat Spain's Sonia Higuera 7-5-6-2 to advance to the next round. In other action, German star Greta Bauer defeated American Susan Nelson 6-1, 6-4, and Sweden's Erika Swanson edged Japan's Miki Ono 6-3, 7-5.
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
What time do you usually go to bed?
2.
Do you take cream in your coffee?
3.
Do you watch a lot of sports on TV?
4.
Would you like to go to a jazz concert tonight?
5.
How's the weather today?
Unit 16. How did you meet your wife? Task 2. 3 people are describing how they met their husband or wife. Listen and fill in the husband or wife's name. Then listen again and write down how each couple met. 1.
Hey Liz, Charlotte. Have you been reading Dear Abby lately? It's full of letters about how couples met for the first time. I'm thinking of sending in my own story.
Really, Chuck? How did you and your wife meet?
It's kind of strange, actually. I first met Julia at my brother's graduation. She was dating him at the time, and we just got to know each other casually. Finally, after they broke up, we started going out.
2.
How did you and your husband meet, Liz?
Oh, Michael and I met at my last job. When I started there, he was in the next office. We went out one night and had a great time.
And you've been together for how long? 25 years?
It will be 27 years in May.
3.
How about you, Charlotte?
Believe it or not, I met him through an introduction agency. I had just moved here from Indiana, and I didn't know anyone. Well, one day I saw this ad in the newspaper for an introduction agency, and I thought, why not?
Yeah, and what happened?
Well, my first date was with a guy named Bruce. What a disaster. I never saw him again. But then I tried dating another guy. This is my husband, Brad. And it was so funny because he was just like me. We've been together ever since.
Task 3. Listen to the conversation and number the information 1 through 7 in the order you hear it. Then listen again. What are the 3 things Anthony likes?
So, Laura, how did the blind date go last night?
Well, it wasn't exactly a blind date. I found out a little bit about him through the introduction agency before we went out.
Yeah, but you can never tell until you meet them, so...
It was fine. His name's Anthony. There's not much to tell, really. We just had dinner over at Hawthorne's, then went to hear a jazz band at the Blue Moon.
Oh, come on, Laura. Is he tall, short?
He's kind of tall, I guess. A bit taller than me.
And?
I don't know. Short black hair. Generally speaking, he's a good-looking guy. Oh, and he's got blue eyes.
What does he do?
He's a classical musician.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays down at the Symphony Hall. He's in the city orchestra.
Wow. So what did you talk about?
The usual stuff. Like I said, he really likes music, so we spent a lot of time talking about our favorite bands. He sort of likes traveling, too, so we talked about the places we've been. Oh, and he likes golf, so we're probably going to play around this weekend.
Task 4. In spoken English, kind of and sort of are sometimes reduced to kinda and sorta. Listen to the examples. Then listen and circle reduced or not reduced. Listen again and practice. Example 1.
I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired.
Example 2.
She's sort of tall. She's sort of tall.
1.
I'm kind of a lazy guy.
2.
She's sort of cute, isn't she?
3.
Billy is okay. He's just kind of shy.
4.
Her hair is sort of reddish-brown.
5.
Isn't Jin-Soo kind of young for you?
6.
He's sort of an unfriendly person.
Task 5. Listen to the people describe themselves on an introduction agency tape. Check the information that is true for each person. Then listen again and label each picture with the correct name. Who would make the best partners?
Hello, my name is Ellen. I'm 22 years old. I have short, dark hair and brown eyes. I'm not very tall. Well, actually, I'm kind of short. I'm a university student, and I'm studying medicine, and I'd like to be a doctor. Let's see. In my spare time, I like to play sports and listen to music, and I'd like to meet someone who shares the same interests. Thank you.
My name is John. I'm 28 years old. I'm average height, with reddish-brown hair and blue eyes. Oh, and I wear glasses. Let's see. I work as a computer programmer. On weekends, I like going out and having a good time. I also like to watch sports on TV and go to a football game once in a while. To be honest, I'm not that great at talking, but I'm a pretty good listener.
My name is Shelley. I'm 26, and I'm average height with blonde hair and blue eyes. I have my own business. I work at home, which is nice. In my spare time, I like to cook, to listen to music, and to watch movies. Oh, and I like visiting other countries. I want to meet someone who enjoys reading and talking. He must be a good listener.
My name is Henry. I'm 26 years old, and I'm tall with very short brown hair and brown eyes. I'm a mathematics teacher. I like all kinds of sports. I play tennis and I swim. I want to meet someone who also enjoys tennis and who likes the outdoors.
Hello, my name is Paul. I guess I'm kind of short. I have long dark hair and brown eyes. My home is in Madison Heights, but I work in the city. I like pop music, fast cars, and going to parties. Oh, and I also love traveling. I'd like to meet someone who shares these interests, who laughs a lot, and who likes to have fun.
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm 23, and I work at a school here in town. Let's see, I'm average height, and I've got long brown hair and brown eyes. I'm not an especially outgoing person. I prefer to stay home and talk or rent a video. I love music, so the person I meet should probably like it too. Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Are you tall?
2.
Do you often go to parties?
3.
What color are your eyes?
4.
Do you like sports?
5.
Do you like going out and having a good time?
Describing yourself. Sample dialogue.
Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm 31. I'm kind of tall. I have brown hair and green eyes.
And how would you describe your personality?
I guess I'm kind of an outgoing guy.
Okay. What kind of person would you like to meet?
I'm looking for someone who's also tall, who likes to talk and have fun.
I just need to find out a few more things.
Useful expressions.
Could you describe your appearance for me?
I'm about average height and I have blonde hair.
I'd like to meet someone who shares my interests.
What sorts of things do you do in your spare time?
Does your partner have to be the same age as you?
I want to meet someone with a good sense of humor.
In focus. Love at first sight. Advice columnist Jean Phillips and her daughter Pauline, who answer letters in the popular Dear Abby column, occasionally run readers' accounts of how they met their spouses. According to the letters, people have met future partners in places ranging from train cars to World War II bomb shelters. Do you have a story about how you met your partner or a close friend? Do you know any couples or friends who met under unusual circumstances?
I met my best friend on the subway. We got off at the same stop and have hardly been apart since.
My girlfriend and I grew up together. I guess we'll probably get married someday.
My best friend met her husband on a TV show called Blind Date. Unit 17. Why don't we buy a new car? Task 2. Listen. Is the person making a suggestion, accepting a suggestion, or rejecting a suggestion? Circle suggest, accept, or reject. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
How about a game of tennis?
2.
I'd rather not. I'm too tired.
3.
Why don't we visit your brother?
4.
Sounds good. We can go on Sunday.
5.
Let's drive to the beach this weekend.
6.
I can't afford it.
Task 3. Listen to the conversations and check true or false. Then listen again. Circle the names of the people who are having dinner together on Saturday. 1.
Bad news, Damon. The washer is broken again.
But we just had it repaired a week ago.
Damon, our washer is over 20 years old. No wonder it doesn't work.
Well, should I try to fix it?
How about just buying a new washer?
All right. We can look for one on Saturday.
2.
Hello?
Hi, Hiroko. Are we still getting together on Saturday?
Oh, Sherry, hi. Let me see. Damon and I are going shopping for a new washer on Saturday afternoon, but let's have dinner together that night.
Sounds good. You can come over to our house. I'll tell Jack.
We'll be there.
3.
Jack, I just spoke to Hiroko. She and Damon are coming here for dinner on Saturday night.
Saturday night? Yeah, that's fine with me. Say, why don't we go golfing on Saturday morning? We haven't played for a couple of months.
I'd rather not, Jack. My shoulder still hurts from that tennis match on Tuesday.
All right, another time then.
4.
Hello?
Hello, Sherry.
Isabel, hey, what's up, big sister?
I'm just calling to tell you Ann Jones is having an art exhibition on Sunday.
Our old friend Anne? Wow, yeah, let's definitely go.
Great.
Hey, by the way, can you come to our house for dinner on Saturday night, say about 7?
Okay, I'll be there. Oh, and can Jeff come too?
Sure, the more the merrier.
5. Jeff, I just spoke to Sherry on the phone. How about going to her place for dinner on Saturday?
I don't think so, Isabel. I'm having dinner with some Japanese clients on Saturday night. Give my regards to Sherry and Jack when you see them.
Will do. Task 4. In spoken English, people sometimes drop unneeded words. Listen to the example. Then listen and draw a line through the words that are dropped. Listen again and practice. Example.
I have some bad news, Damon. Bad news, Damon.
1.
Let's buy the blue one.
Looks kind of old.
2.
Why don't we go to that new mall?
You know where it is?
3.
Sorry, I can't go on Saturday.
Another time then.
4.
Hi, honey, I'm back.
You home already?
5.
We're going to the beach.
Mind if I come?
6.
You made it!
Sorry I'm late.
Task 5. Paul and Emmy are deciding on a movie to rent. Listen and circle the objections you hear. Then listen again and check your answers. Which movie do they decide to rent?
Have you found a video yet, Paul? You'd better hurry up or we won't have time to watch it.
Right now it's between these two.
Let me see those. Spy Game and Fight Club? Does it have to be a Brad Pitt movie?
You said I could choose, Emmy, and I want to see something with Brad Pitt.
I don't mind Brad Pitt. I'm just not crazy about your choices. Fight Club looks a bit too violent for me.
What about Spy Game?
No way. That's an action movie, isn't it? You know I don't like action. Wait a minute. Here's a Brad Pitt movie I haven't seen. Meet Joe Black.
I'm not so sure about that one, Emmy. I've heard it's really long. Here's one. How about watching 12 Monkeys?
I prefer something a bit more romantic.
Let's see. What about The Mexican with Julia Roberts? There's got to be some romance in that.
Sorry, I saw it about a week ago with my friend Dina.
Too bad. Well, if it has to be romantic, I guess we'd better rent Meet Joe Black.
I thought you said it was too long.
Yeah, well, if it's too long, we can just watch half of it tonight and the rest tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
Task 6. Listen to Tom and Sally planning their vacation. How many suggestions does Sally make? Circle the number. Then listen again and fill in the blanks.
So, Sally, we should probably start thinking about our winter vacation plans.
Yeah, I think we should fly down to Florida for a couple of weeks.
I'd really prefer not to. Those holiday travel packages cost way too much.
Well, how about postponing our vacation until spring?
I don't think that's such a good idea. I'm always too busy with work at that time of year.
I guess you're right. Oh, I know. Let's go skiing up at Sky Valley Resort for a week or so.
I'd rather not. We went skiing last year, remember?
And we had a really good time. Do you have any suggestions?
I never have any good ideas.
Okay, here's something different. How about going to the New Year's Eve party in New York City? We've always wanted to do that.
You've always wanted to. I don't really like big parties.
You're driving me crazy, Tom. All right, let's just stay home for 2 weeks.
No way. That sounds too boring. Can't you think of anything else?
Task 7. Imagine that a friend is making suggestions. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
I think we should only speak English in class.
2.
How about having a class party?
3.
Why don't we go to a movie tonight?
4.
Let's practice English together this weekend.
5.
How about taking a trip to Australia?
Making, accepting, and rejecting suggestions. Sample dialogue.
Hey, why don't we go to a soccer game on Sunday?
I'd rather not. I'm not really interested in soccer.
Well, how about going shopping instead?
That sounds good. And let's have lunch at that new Italian place.
I'd prefer somewhere else. I had Italian food last night.
Okay. Then how about trying the Vietnamese restaurant on Stanley Street?
All right. I've never had Vietnamese food.
Useful expressions.
Do you have any suggestions?
I think we should do something different.
How do you feel about that?
I'm not so sure about that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Sure, go ahead.
That's a great idea.
No, I'd rather not.
In focus. Any suggestions? It may not be a high-tech device, but the suggestion box has probably done more to boost corporate efficiency over the years than even the most powerful computer. Suggestion boxes allow workers to recommend ways of making their jobs easier and offer employers the chance to save money, or make even more. What suggestions do you have to make your English class, your school, or company, your city, or your country run more efficiently? To make the country more efficient, let's reduce the number of politicians.
Let's improve the transit system by having more trains and buses.
How about if everyone tries to arrive on time for English class?
Unit 18. She's kind of shy. Task 2. Listen and match the people to the words that describe them. Then listen again and check your answers. 1.
So what's your new teacher like? Jeffrey, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his name. He's all right. The only problem is he never stops talking. We never get a chance to say anything in class.
2.
Here's a photo of my new girlfriend, Ray.
Pretty. What's she like?
Oh, she's great. She just loves to have fun.
3.
Why don't you want to go to the party, Gloria?
I just don't, that's all. I want to stay home.
You're driving me crazy. Could you try to be a bit more flexible?
4.
Did you study for the test, Keith?
What test? I thought it was next week.
No, it's today. Do you even have your textbook?
I guess I forgot it.
5.
Have you seen Irene?
No, not for a while. She probably went out for a coffee.
Again? She never does any work. Just drinks coffee and listens to music all day.
6.
Hey, is that your brother over there?
Yeah, he likes to sit by himself.
Does he ever talk to anyone?
No, Phil doesn't say too much. He's a good guy, though.
Task 3. 3 people are talking about the Chinese zodiac. Listen to the conversation and complete the chart. Then listen again. What animal was each of the 3 speakers born under?
Hi, Ben. Taro.
Hey, Wendy. Do you know anything about the Chinese zodiac?
A little. What do you want to know, Ben?
We're just curious.
Yeah, it's all based on animals, right?
Uh-huh. The year you were born is supposed to tell you what kind of person you are. What year were you born, Taro?
In 1979. I think I'm a sheep.
That's right. Sheep are creative people.
I don't know about that. Ben is a lot more creative than I am.
Yeah, you're more of the fun-loving type, aren't you? People born in the year of the monkey are usually fun-loving.
What about me? I was born in 1978.
You're a horse, Ben. Generally, horses are outgoing people.
That sounds about right. What about you, Wendy?
Oh, I'm a snake. Snakes are supposed to be serious people.
Serious? But you're always joking around.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe in the Chinese zodiac. My brother was born in the year of the rat. Rats are hard-working, but he's really lazy.
Task 4. Listen and check the word you hear first in each conversation. Then listen again and practice. Example.
How's your new student?
She seems quite nice, but she's a bit quiet.
1.
I have to leave early.
How come?
I live across town.
2.
I brought some extra plates from home for the class party.
But I bought some last week. I told you.
3.
Who's the mystery guest?
You'll have to guess.
4.
I won't be there until after 6.
Why is that?
My son's sick. I have to take him to the doctor.
5.
So I turn left at the first stoplight?
Yeah, the mall is on your right.
Task 5. Cindy is answering a magazine survey with her boyfriend Kevin. Read the survey, listen, and circle Kevin's answers. Then listen again. Does Cindy agree with Kevin's answers? Circle A for agree, or D for disagree.
Hey, Kevin, why don't you take this personality survey? It'll tell you what kind of person you are.
I'm the kind of person who doesn't like personality surveys.
Oh, come on, Kevin. I'll read it to you.
All right, go ahead.
Question 1 says, do you think of yourself as lazy or hard-working? I can probably answer that one for you.
Okay, I know I'm lazy. I don't like to work too hard, especially around the house.
You're right about that. Next question. Are you more frequently patient or impatient?
I'd say I'm patient, especially when I have to wait for you.
That's true. I guess I don't have to ask the next question. I already know you're fun-loving.
Let me see that. Is that question 3? Yeah, I'd say that's correct. I love dancing. A good party.
And the answer to the next one is stubborn.
What? I'm a very flexible person. I always listen to your suggestions.
I don't think so, but let's go to the next question. Well, you're definitely not talkative.
That's true. It's because I'm so shy.
That's the next question. In most situations, are you shy or outgoing?
Definitely shy. I'm not too comfortable meeting new people.
I don't think that's true, but I'll circle it. Let me see. Question 7 asks if you're an organized person.
No. My desk at work is always a mess.
I'm glad you're honest about that. Finally, do you consider yourself creative or unimaginative?
I wouldn't say creative. I'm not very good at writing or painting, that sort of thing.
I think you're creative, but if you don't think so, I'll put down unimaginative.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you tend to like serious people?
2.
Would you say you're an outgoing person?
3.
Do you think your best friend is an organized person?
4.
Would you want to sit next to a talkative person on a long trip?
5.
Do your friends tend to be hardworking people?
Asking and talking about personality traits. Sample dialogue.
Do you think you're hardworking or lazy?
I guess I'm lazy. I really don't like to work hard.
So would you say you're a fun-loving person?
Yes, I'm definitely not a very serious person.
Why do you think so?
Well, I love to go to parties and have a good time.
Okay. Do you tend to be a stubborn person?
Useful expressions.
How would you describe yourself?
I'm a hard-working person, but fun-loving too.
I'm pretty shy. I don't really like to meet new people.
What's your new boyfriend like?
Would you say you're a talkative person?
In focus. Chinese zodiac. The Chinese zodiac, the rotating cycle of 12 animal signs, was a folk method for naming the years in ancient China. According to tradition, all people born under the same sign are said to possess a fixed set of character traits. Find your animal sign in the chart in Task 3. How do you feel about the character traits associated with each sign? Are they accurate descriptions? Do you believe in the Chinese zodiac?
I was born in the year of the rat, but I'm lazy, not hard-working.
I'm a snake, but I'm not very serious at all. I'm more of a fun-loving person.
I'm reliable like most roosters. I'm also talkative and kind of creative.
Unit 19. Are you free on Tuesday? Task 2. Listen. What appointments do the people have? Number the photos 1 through 5. Then listen again and write the correct day and time under each photo. 1.
Are you busy on Friday morning, Minnie?
Yeah, my aerobics class is on Friday.
That's in the evening, though, right? Around 5:30 or 6?
Actually, it's at 9 in the morning.
2.
Have you got any plans for Thursday, Deborah?
No. Wait. I have music practice.
What time is that?
2 o'clock. 3.
When's the chess club meeting, Arlene?
Oh, they changed it. It's on Tuesday at 5:30.
4.
Hey, Emily, are you doing anything on Wednesday?
Yeah, I've got to see the dentist at 3:30 on Wednesday.
Oh, did I say Wednesday? I meant Friday.
Oh, well, Friday my schedule's wide open. Do you want to get together?
5.
Listen, William, what are you doing this Saturday?
Well, I've got to go to my part-time restaurant job at 4:30. Why?
I've got tickets to the ball game.
Task 3. Alicia is talking to her mother on the phone. Listen and complete her calendar. Then listen again and check your answers. When is Alicia planning to visit her family?
Hello?
Hello, Alicia. It's Mom.
Mom, hi. I was just about to call you.
Yes, I've been hoping you would. We haven't heard from you much since you left for college 2 weeks ago.
Sorry, Mom. I've been pretty busy. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you're not coming to visit your father and me this weekend.
I just don't have time, Mom. I was planning to come on Friday. I even made a hair appointment so I'd look my best. But then I found out there's a special dinner for the tennis team at 6 p.m.
Why don't you come home after that?
Yeah, but I've got a date with Ken that night, and I'm also really busy on Saturday and Sunday.
What's going on this weekend?
Well, I signed up for an aerobics class on Saturdays. That's at 11 in the morning. Then there's a study group meeting in the afternoon, and then I have my part-time job at the restaurant. I've got to be there from 6 to 10 on Saturday.
What about Sunday? Could you come home just for the day?
I'd like to, but there's a run for charity at 9:30 on Sunday, and I volunteer at the library from noon to 5. Oh, and then there's the book club meeting on Sunday night. It's at my apartment this week.
Wow, you really are busy.
Well, I hope you can make it home for your father's birthday. Don't forget that it's coming up in October.
October 17th. I know, Mom. I'm coming home on that day for sure.
Task 4. Listen to the examples. Notice how the highlighted sounds are pronounced. Then listen and put the words in the correct column. Listen again and practice. Example 1.
I saw John the other day.
Example 2.
I saw John on the deck.
1.
I haven't seen Jerry since last May.
2.
I'll meet you at the station at 5.
3.
This is my friend Todd.
4.
Did you get the letter from your brother?
5.
It must be about 8 or 9 years since we saw each other.
6.
Have you met your new neighbor?
7.
I first met him at a party.
8.
I'll see you guys at the sports center.
9.
I kept it for a couple of months.
10.
The mail carrier just called.
Task 5. Hans has to change or cancel some of his appointments this week. Listen to the conversations and make changes in his planner. Then listen again and check your answers.
Hello?
Hello, Hans. It's Carrie.
Oh, hi, Carrie. Are we still set for lunch on Monday?
Actually, that's what I'm calling about. Something's come up on Monday, and I'm wondering if we can reschedule it for Tuesday.
Let me just take a look at my planner. Let's see. On Tuesday, I've got a doctor's appointment at 11, but that won't take long. Yeah, lunch on Tuesday is no problem. Is noon still okay?
Yeah, noon is fine. I'll meet you at the student center.
Hans.
Oh, hi, Joe. Are you working at the restaurant tonight?
No, my next shift is on Wednesday. I just wanted to tell you that the staff meeting has been moved to Friday.
Really? I better write that down. So the staff meeting is now on Friday at 4:30 instead of Thursday?
That's right. I guess I'll see you there.
Did you hear about this week's art class, Hans?
I didn't hear anything. What's going on?
Well, I think the instructor is sick, so class is canceled this week.
Oh, yeah? When was it supposed to be again?
The class, it was supposed to be Wednesday at 4. Hopefully it won't be canceled next week.
Morning, Hans. Listen, don't forget about the football team party this weekend. It's going to be a blast.
I'll be there, Luke. It's on Saturday, right?
Saturday? Man, you got to get your schedule straight. The party's on Sunday.
Oh, man. I'm supposed to have dinner with my mom and dad on Sunday night.
So come to the party after dinner or eat with your parents some other night. You cannot miss this party, Hans.
I'll be there. The party's at 9, isn't it?
No, 8. Mark it in your planner, will you? And don't be late. Hello?
Hello, Dad.
Hans, how are things? How's the football team?
Everything's great, Dad. I'm just calling about dinner on Sunday night.
Sunday, right. We can go to that new sports bar, Bernie's. Are you still free to go?
Actually, I'm not. Would you mind if we went out another night, say Saturday?
That's no problem, son. I know you're busy with the team. Let's make it 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Does that sound all right?
That's great, Dad. Hello?
Hans, Erin here. How are you?
Aaron, I didn't expect you to call. It's not about playing golf on Friday, is it?
Yeah, it is. Sorry to tell you, but I can't go.
Oh, man. How come?
It turns out I've got to work on Friday morning. I'm free on Thursday, though. Why don't we play then?
Yeah, Thursday morning is okay. Same time?
Yep, I already called the golf course. I knew you'd say yes.
Okay. See you then.
Task 6. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
What time do you usually get home at night?
2.
Do you have any plans tonight?
3.
What's your schedule like on Monday?
4.
Could you make some time for a meeting on Friday morning?
5.
What nights are you free to go out this week?
Making and changing appointments. Sample dialogue.
Hey, are we still doing that charity fun run on Saturday?
Yeah. Oh, but there's a change in the time for the basketball team party on Friday. It's now at 8 o'clock.
Really? I'd better write that down.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you that basketball practice is canceled this week.
So there's no practice on Tuesday at 4:30?
That's right.
Useful expressions.
What are we doing on Saturday at 7:30?
We're already doing something at that time.
We have a study group meeting on Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
What time are we playing tennis?
Basketball practice starts at 4:30.
How about changing the time to 5 o'clock?
In focus, better late than never. In North America and many other parts of the world, it is not usually necessary to be on time for casual social gatherings. When invited to a dinner party, for example, people generally arrive casually late, which means about a half hour later than the appointed time. On the other hand, punctuality is considered essential when it comes to formal gatherings like weddings. What's the attitude toward punctuality in your country? Are there any situations in which it is okay to arrive late? What about arriving early?
Most people I know think punctuality is important, but being late is not so bad.
Being late for a business meeting is unacceptable, but for social events, it's okay.
It's perfectly fine to arrive late for an appointment. People actually expect it.
Unit 20. How do you like to learn? Task 2. Listen to the lecture on learning styles and complete each sentence. Then listen again and check your answers.
Different people have different ways of learning. We call this your learning style, and it's based on your senses. To learn, you need to use your different senses, hearing, seeing, touching, and so on, to bring information to your brain. Now, most people use one of their senses more than the others. For example, some people learn best by listening. They are called auditory learners. And others learn best by reading, drawing, or looking at pictures. They are called visual learners. And some learn best by touching and doing things. They are called tactile kinesthetic learners. Now, scientists don't know why people use one sense more than the others. Maybe the sense they use most just works best for them.
Task 3. Listen to people describing their study habits. For each person, decide which type of learner they are. Circle auditory, visual, or tactile kinesthetic. Then listen again. Do any of the people belong in more than one category? 1.
I usually talk out loud when I study.
2.
I tend to draw pictures instead of taking notes during lectures.
3.
I like to do projects that involve using my hands.
4.
I would rather listen to a book on tape than read it.
5. I like solving mazes or jigsaw puzzles. 6.
I prefer demonstrations to lectures. I'm a hands-on type of guy.
Task 4. Anna is answering questions to find out what her learning style is. Listen and number the questions 1 through 6 in the order you hear them. Then listen again and write Anna's answers in the spaces. What kind of learner is Anna?
Okay, Anna, let me tell you a little bit about the test.
All right.
It's really easy, actually. Just don't spend too much time thinking about your answers. It's better to say the first thing that comes to mind.
All right.
Okay, first question. When you need to spell a word, but you aren't sure about it, what do you do?
When I'm not sure about the spelling?
Right. Do you say it and try to guess the spelling, or...
Oh, no, I look it up in the dictionary.
Great. Here's question number 2. What do you think of when you hear the word C-A-T?
Sorry?
When you hear the word C-A-T, do you see a picture of a cat, or do you see the word?
Oh, I see the word.
Okay. Number 3. You get a new computer, and you want to find out how it works. What do you do?
Oh, I get a book and read about it.
Good. You're doing great. Now, fourth question. What's the last book you read for fun?
I read a book called Bridget Jones's Diary.
Good. Number 5. Imagine you are studying for a test.
I haven't taken a test in years.
Okay, but can you remember how you studied?
Well, I guess I read books and took notes.
Good. We're almost done. Now, in school, what kind of class did you like the best?
Oh, English.
Good. That's it.
So?
What?
What kind of learner am I?
Oh, that's easy. You're,
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. Then listen again and check your answers. What kind of learner are you? 1.
How would you learn to use a new cell phone?
2,
What's the last book you read for fun?
3,
What do you do when you're not sure how to spell a word?
4,
How do you study for an exam?
5,
Which type of teaching method do you prefer?
6,
In school, which of these classes did you like best?
7.
In an office, how would you prefer to learn about new company policies?
Task 6. Listen to the stressed syllables in the example. Then listen and underline the stressed syllable in each sentence. Listen again and practice. Example. You learn to speak by speaking. 1,
They learn to read by reading.
2,
I like to learn by touching.
3,
I used to learn Chinese.
4,
She studied Japanese in school.
5,
I read the book in English.
6.
I prefer to work on my own.
Asking and talking about learning styles. Sample dialogue.
Do you tend to learn a lot in lectures?
Not really. I usually can't remember much from lectures.
What if the lecturer draws diagrams on the board?
Yeah, that makes it easier. I also learn more when I draw my own diagrams.
Do you like to study from textbooks?
Sometimes it helps if the textbook has a lot of illustrations.
Sounds like you're a visual learner.
Useful expressions.
Do you prefer to read a textbook or listen to a lecture?
I learn a lot more when I listen to a lecture.
Are you better at using a map or listening to directions?
I'm better at using a map. I can't remember directions.
What's the easiest way for you to learn something?
Do you think role plays help you to learn?
In focus. Teaching styles. As with learning, there are a number of different styles or methods of teaching, ranging from lecturing and conducting demonstrations to leading discussions, setting tasks, and posing problems. What are the most common teaching methods used in your country? Are any changes needed in the way students are taught?
Lecturing is the most common method, but discussions are more useful.
The best way to teach is by having students solve actual problems.
Teachers who use case studies give their students real-world experience.
Review. Unit 16 through 20. Task 1. Listen to Andy, Craig, Mel, and Stephen describe themselves on a dating agency tape. Write the correct name under each photo. Then listen again and draw lines from the people to the activities they like. One activity is extra.
Hi, I'm Andy Chu. I'm 31 years old and I work for a bank. I've got short black hair and brown eyes. I'm average height and a bit heavyset. I'm still in pretty good shape though. My job is okay, but the thing I really like to do is travel. I've been to Europe, Africa, South America. The last trip I took was to see my grandmother in China. I love having a good time, parties, dancing. I'm a pretty good dancer. I'm looking for someone who likes to have fun as much as I do.
My name is Craig Bridges. I'm 33, with blue eyes and blonde hair. I work for the Daily Herald as a news reporter. I guess you'd say I'm average height and build. I don't have much time for hobbies, but I guess I'm kind of a music lover. I play piano in an orchestra, and I enjoy going to concerts. Just classical music, though. I don't really like pop or jazz. I also spend a lot of time volunteering. I'd like to meet someone with the same interests. Hello, my name's Mel Hitchcock. I'm a phys ed teacher at E.J. Beale High School. I'm also the football coach. I'm tall, average build, with short brown hair and blue eyes. Oh, and I've got a mustache and beard. I'm 36 years old. I like skiing, swimming, tennis, and generally staying in shape. Give me a call if you want to get together.
My name's Stephen Coolidge. I work at a small bookstore downtown. I'm 34 years old and kind of short. I've got short brown hair and brown eyes. I got into book selling because I really like to read, and I'm hoping to meet someone who likes books as much as I do. I don't do much else besides work at the store and read. Well, I guess I like movies too. But but I prefer books. That's about it.
Task 2. Listen as Linda describes each of the men above. Match the names to the personality traits. Write A for Andy, C for Craig, M for Mel, and S for Stephen. Then listen again and circle the personality traits she likes. Cross out the ones she dislikes.
Morning, Angela. How was your weekend?
Not bad. I had a date with another one of the guys I met through the dating agency.
Really? What is that, about 3 men you've met since you joined?
Actually, it's 4, but I still haven't found one I really like.
Tell me about the guy you met on the weekend. What's his name?
Oh, it's Craig. He was all right, I guess. I like that he works so hard. He's a reporter, and he also volunteers at a youth center. I really admire him.
But
he's just too serious. I mean, all he wanted to talk about was politics and classical music. I don't really like people who are too serious.
Well, he's got to be better than the other guys you've met. What was the name of the one you went out with last week? Stuart?
Stephen. He wasn't that bad. I kind of like shy guys.
You told me he was more than just shy. Did he even talk to you?
No, he didn't say much. I have to admit I wasn't very happy with that. I think he's more comfortable with books than people.
What about that other guy, Andy, wasn't it? He sounded like a fun guy.
Yeah, he was. I liked that about him, but he was the opposite of Stephen. He talked too much. I didn't like that.
What about the 4th guy? Wasn't he a gym teacher or something?
Yeah, Mel's very athletic. I like a guy who wants to go out and do things. Play sports, go hiking.
So what was the problem? You went hiking with him, didn't you?
Yeah, it turns out he's not very patient. He wanted to get to the end of the trail, and I just wasn't fast enough. That wasn't much fun.
Wow, you've had some bad luck. Are you sure you want to stay with this dating agency? Maybe I should introduce you to some of my men friends.
Task 3. Listen to the conversations. Check the 2 suggestions you hear in each conversation. Then listen again. Which suggestions are accepted? Underline them. 1.
Hey, Jerry, let's see a movie tonight.
I'd rather not. I don't really feel like it.
Well, how about renting a video down at the corner store?
Yeah, that sounds good. We can just walk there.
2.
It's almost 1:30, Julie. Aren't you hungry?
Yeah, but I'm pretty busy right now. How about you make lunch today, Frank?
Let's just have a snack for now.
That's fine with me.
3.
Dean, what are you doing out there?
I'm just washing the car.
I wish you wouldn't waste so much time on that thing. Why don't you just sell it?
I can't sell that car. It belonged to my father. It's over 30 years old.
Oh, for heaven's sake, let's buy a new car, Dean.
4.
Phew, you're a great tennis player, Suzanne. I think you should become an instructor.
No, I really like tennis, but I'm not interested in teaching it.
That's too bad. I could use a few lessons.
Why don't you play with my friend Miriam? She's a beginner, too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Task 4. Listen and check the times you hear. Then listen again and match the times with the correct pictures.
What time is it, Warren?
It's 7:30. Aren't you going to finish your breakfast?
I don't have much time. I've got a lot to do downtown today.
If you're coming into the city, we may as well have lunch together.
Okay, let's say 1 o'clock. I have an aerobics class until 12:15. Oh, and it'll have to be someplace quick.
How come?
I have a hair appointment at 2:15.
Oh, okay. What else are you doing today?
Oh, I'm meeting Maria to do some shopping at 11.
Tough day.
Well, it is my day off, you know.
Okay. Enjoy your morning. I'll see you later.
You'd better get going, too. You're not even dressed yet.
Don't worry about me. I'll get to work on time.
Task 5. Listen and circle the answers that are right for you. 1.
Do you wear glasses?
2.
Would you describe yourself as a shy person?
3.
How's your schedule on Saturday?
4.
When you were a child, which did you like most?
5.
Are you more confident about your English since you started this course?